Wow. All I've got to say about that performance is wow. Wow, 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 Chelsea. What a performance by the boys in blue. We are here to delve into that. Stats, looking at the table, player ratings. I'll give my thoughts, open up them lines, give you two guys the opportunity to get involved. As always, smash that like button. Let's start by doing that. Let's get them likes up. I can see we've really got 12 likes. Big up to everyone that's done that so far. Thank you very much. But we need to get to 30 to 40 likes. I can't do that without you guys helping me to get there. So continue hitting them likes. We are about to talk Chelsea Juventus. We're going to talk about the players. We're going to talk about the youth academy, La Cobham, as we'd like to call it. Get your snacks, get your drink, get ready. Here we go. Yes, people. Welcome back to GNA TV. And I am buzzed. You remember yesterday when I was on the stream before on the preview, a big preview shoot, by the way. Big up to everyone that was there as well. I had that energy. I had this energy inside me saying to me, we are going to do bits today. We owe them one. This was the one game that I was not worried about. This game yesterday. This game yesterday. Because I knew we could perform to this level. I knew that if we even got close to the way that we played against Leicester, that we could go and do what we did. And we will be talking about them overall. And we won't be criticising any players today because they don't deserve to be criticised. Not based on that performance. All right, we was a little bit slow in the first half for me. And you might have, if you follow me on Twitter, you probably would have seen me saying, yeah, we're controlling, we're dominating the game, etc. But we need more from our forward line. Wow, did we get that in the second half from all of them? And we absolutely obliterated what they call a European giant. A European giant. We literally buried them. It wasn't even two or three. It was four. We absolutely plummeted this Juventus team. We dominated. We're going to look at all of that. I'm going to go through the game, how I thought and feel about it. We're going to go into some ratings because I think we need to do that personally. We are going to open up them lines, get you guys involved in the show as always. I want to know your thoughts and opinions in the chats. How is everyone in the chat? I hope you all enjoyed that game. If you're a Chelsea fan and tuning in at the time, I hope you all did enjoy that performance from our boys yesterday. Let's go through the chat. We've got Eric Blue saying, what a performance. Big up to Eric Blue. It was, bro. It was a very impressive performance from our football club. And a performance that, in many ways, it's not surprising anymore. What Tuchel has managed to do is he's managed to get them to work up front. That attacking impotence, burying your chances, taking your opportunities. Yeah, we could have had maybe more. But to score 4 against a European giant, that's really saying something. That really is. And it was a big performance. Big up, Jem. Hope Chilwell was okay. Yeah, well, from what I heard from Chilwell Tuchel after, he came out and said we took him off because he said he had a little bit of a pain when he was sitting behind him. And all of a sudden, he then turned around and said, I'm all right. So they're going to still assess him with the doctor, which will be today, to see how bad the damage, if there is any damage. But from what we understand, Tuchel seems to think he was okay once he was on the bench until. So maybe it was more precautionary. N'Golo Kante, obviously, again, we're not too sure how serious that injury is that he picked up yesterday. It might only have been precautionary, and maybe it was the right choice to do, and Ruben coming on, he should have started anyway. We're going to talk about that. Big up, Jem. Chelsea gave Juventus jerk chicken and curry. Literally, they got smoked. Literally smoked. I'm ready. Declared he's always ready. He's ready. Great morning, everyone. Big up, Jem. Big up to everyone. And I hope, like I said, you've enjoyed that game. I hope you've had a good evening after that. I hope you've woke up this morning, or if it's an evening to you guys, and thought to yourself, wow, what a day. What a day after that performance. Big up to Ads in the chat. He says, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Guys, let's do that. 4 minutes in. Over 20 of you here. Hit the like button. Subscribe to GNA TV. We're on the road to 3.2K as well. We are 25 away from getting there. We can get it, but I need your support. So please help us do that. Big up to Ads. Team don't want to play us right now. They don't want to play us right now, and that is facts. Big up, Jen. Smash the like button. Big up to Jose CFC. Bex is in the house. She's saying, I can't believe we're really going back to back in Europe. Listen, there is no reason right now why this Chelsea team can't make it to a semi-final of the Champions League. You heard it right here. We can. Can we consistently now move forward with these performances? I think we possibly can. When you think about how long Lukaku has been out and been injured, and Timo Werner, big up to Timo, by the way, scored yesterday, just saying. You know, we're managing to find some chemistry, the chemistry, the mix, the understanding is starting to come and starting to click with Ziyech, with Pulisic, with Cho, with whoever comes on, yeah? And it's going to be important to see. The big question mark for me is to see how Lukaku comes back into this. How does Lukaku mix with the team that's currently scored 28 goals since they've been injured, if I'm right in saying? I think it was 27. I read saying on social media, 27 or 28 goals since Lukaku's been injured. Like, really? Really? Like, it's some mad numbers. Read it from LSD. Honestly, it was great. Jem, you wanted a performance just like Leicester. You got it, mate. Listen, I called it. I did call that, and I did call a scoreline of 3-0, and I ended up getting one more, but because it was Timo Werner, I'll take it on the chin. But yeah, it was a great performance. Big up to Mo at the Blue Lounge. I hope you're well, bro. Brilliant performance from the lads yesterday. Big up. The old lady got spanked last night. Literally, she got spanked. Spanked is not even the word. Annihilated. They didn't know whether they were coming or going. They had that chance in the first half where Thiago Silva got spun by Morata and he lobbed the goalie. And boy, did Thiago Silva, man. People talk about his age, recovery speed to get that off the line. You know, like, come on. I keep saying it. Best defender in the Premier League. And I ain't even got started. I ain't even got started on some of the players. Trust me. Wait till we go through these players. It's going to be a fun stream. Make sure you follow us over in the Discord chat as well. If you ain't on the Discord chat, click that link. That link will take you directly to the Discord group. Download the Discord app, and that will take you to the GNA TV community app, where you can talk to all of us over there. Everyone that's in the chat right now, most of you are already over there. So go and do that, guys. Couch, big up to Couch. Thomas Tuchel is an elite level tactician. Give him... Listen, Couch, we had this discussion on your channel. How good is Thomas Tuchel? You know, he's in terms of a tactician and the levels, I think he could quite possibly be the best manager in terms of tacticians, being tactical, being able to adapt and switch systems in the middle of games. Now, I know Jose Mourinho was very good at it, very, very good at it. But if he continues at this level, if Chelsea go and win a Premier League or even a Champions League or both, let's just say, I'm not saying we can, but or both, then there's got to be some serious talks about this manager. When you look at the quality of players that we got compared to the quality of players that we had before and what he's doing with these certain young players, elevating their levels, growing them into these top players, maybe not world-class yet, but top players, is really something that is it's lovely to see. It's just lovely to see. That's a lot of goals. Win-backs make the difference. I keep saying it. The win-backs are the most important things. I hope Chilwell is all right. Well, look, I was one of the guys that said Chalobah shouldn't play, and he played immensely. Not only did he get his goal, but he was unreal. He was unreal, and he keeps doing it. He keeps doing it, and he keeps playing at that level. You know, and it's great to see. Big up to Osema. Hope you're well, bro. Nice to see you. Over 30 of you here, 9 minutes in, guys. We are going to go through the usual. Yeah, we're going to go through the usual with a bit of energy. No criticising the players today. Maybe. Could I do it that much? Just a little bit. A little bit of criticism. All right, no criticism. No criticism, guys. Well, just that much. But yeah, he's definitely the best German. Big up, Gem. We schooled them, absolutely smoked settings. Let's get into it, man. Come on. I'm going to just quickly read out a couple more comments. Let's just delve in. Tuchel wanted to bring on Marcos Alonso, but he used Aspie instead. He's probably thinking of Man United. Pep and Tuchel are the best tacticians. Yeah, I agree with that. Big up to D-Stretch, man. Hope you're well, bro. Nice to see you in the house. Matt Smith, I said we would win. Up the boys. We all did. You know, VJ's in the mad. Who remembers VJ's comments yesterday? VJ came on GNA TV and he said, why are you all confident? Why do you think we're going to smash 3 or 4 past them? I'm going for a 1-0. That is why. That is why. And if you remember, like I said to you guys already, if we can perform to that level that we did against Leicester, we will smoke this Juventus team. And we will do the same against Man United on the weekend, if they can continue at that level. I don't care what players they've got. We play to that level. They're not beating us. You know, we'll have to see if we can continue with this level, because eventually there might be a drop. But so far, so good. So far, so good. Smash the like button, guys. Let's get into it. I'm going to start with the group itself. And if we look at the groups, Chelsea's win and the fact that they scored 4 goals has now put them top of that table. I mean, if you want to look at the goal difference, all we had to do was score 2 more than them. Literally, that's all we had to do, and we ended up scoring 4. It was like we just went and took the piss. Like, goal difference of 9, theirs is 3. We're on the same points as them. Now, 5 played, 4 wins, so we're pretty much on the same. 4s and against goals. And I mean, it's just ridiculous, right? When you think about some of the levels of like in terms of the statistical element of it, of what we're currently doing at the moment, and you think about Thomas Tuchel not conceding a goal in the Champions League at home yet. Like, do you know what I mean? Like that in itself is mad. Like, we haven't conceded a goal under Thomas Tuchel at home in the Champions League. There was another stat as well I read on Instagram. I can't remember. I wish I could find it now, but it was a really good stat. Really, really good stat. But at the moment, Thomas Tuchel in 50 games has got more points than any other Chelsea manager has, and I think we've conceded less under him than any other manager as well. I'm sure that was it as well. It was all over Instagram. Some guy tagged me in it as well. But let's read out what everyone's saying. But yeah, we are top of the group, guys. We are flying top of the group. We've got Zenit next. We beat Zenit. We finished first. Look, we knew we kind of could do this. It wasn't like, oh, it's a big surprise Chelsea are top of the group. We knew Chelsea could do this. We knew it. We knew that we could put this kind of performance out. And boy, did we do it. We absolutely annihilated them, you know. And they'll beat Malmo. They've got Malmo. We've got Zenit. They'll probably go and beat Malmo 2-3-0. That won't surprise me. Maybe just 1. But we can go and do... Look, Zenit gave us a game. Yeah, because all they've done was defend at our place. Yes, we go to Zenit. But they will be open. And there will be chances for us to get goals. And I just think as long as we win, do what we need to do from our element, then we go and move on. We then go and move on. Big up to Abs in the house. Big up my Don Gem in the cut. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new as well. Like I said, 25 away from 3.2k subscribers. Let's get there, guys. Let's get there. Rebecca's has conceded 24 goals, 31 clean sheets in 50 games. And if I'm right, Bex, that is the highest, I think, in terms of Tuchel, what he's done, than any other Chelsea manager. I don't think any other Chelsea manager's done what Tuchel's done there in such a short space of time. Bearing in mind, it's 50 games. Listen, guys, over 46 of you here already, 14 minutes in. Smash that like button. We're going to quickly go and look at some stats of the game. We've always got to do a little bit of stats, you know, give you a bit of an overview of what happened in this game. I'm looking at the wrong one. Oh, no, Jem. He's done it again. He's done it again. I've done it again, guys. Fuck's sake. Why did you give me Juventus 1-0? I don't give a crap about the 1-0. Why did you do that? Why did you do that to me? Why? Anyway, stats-wise, here we go. That looks good. I was thinking to myself, 1-0? They didn't score yesterday. What the hell? Anyway, we move. Chelsea with 54% possession to Juventus's 45%. We had 21 shots on target. Now, if you used to ask me in the first half how many shots on target would have had, I would have said we were quite limited. I really thought in the first half we were very... We done everything right in terms of being aggressive, going to win the ball back, holding the ball, controlling the game. You know, not allowing them really to use Chiesa. Was he playing Chiesa? Was he even on the pitch? You know, Morata was non-existent. Dybala, when he came on, non-existent, right? That first half, the only thing that I thought let us down was the forward line. I thought we was too predictable in our movement. We kept coming to when we should have been running into the pockets. Callum Hudson-Odoi was doing it more than all of them. And big up to Callum Hudson-Odoi because continuously keeps putting in these levels of performances, and he's undroppable for me at the moment. He's that good. But the second half, when you look at the difference between the second and the first half, the biggest difference was the performance, was the levels from the forwards, the performances from the forwards. We just woke up. We just literally triggered. I don't know what Tuchel said in the change room at half time, but whatever he said to them triggered something. And they just came out and they were ruthless. Absolutely ruthless. Ruben came on for Kante. Absolutely done a job. All right, Chilwell got injured. Potentially might not be as long as we think from what Tuchel said after the game. You know, we have enough squad depth. Then Timo Werner comes on the pitch, gets his goal, had some good link-ups, moved well. And it was just a really good performance. 21 shots to their 8. We had 8 shots on target. So that means half of our shots were goals. 8 on target, 6 off target for Chelsea. 82% passing accuracy. I mean, to be fair to them, their passing accuracy was pretty good, even though I thought we had most of the ball most of the time. Aerial duels, they beat us in the air most of the times. I thought I noticed that in the game as well. They are very strong in the air, Juventus. In terms of tackles, we dominated. We were winning the ball back, pressing high, done our thing. Great to see. Fouls committed. 13, same 13. And then, yeah, you know, it was what it was. And that overall performance, especially this element of it, was the difference. Something that we didn't do when we went to Turin. If we did this at Turin, that wouldn't have happened. But a lot of people would say, well, that was a different Chelsea at the time. Still adjusting, still understanding. And they are still adjusting and they're still understanding. I don't think this is the complete Chelsea. When Thomas Tuchel came, he said that he's going to create a team. He's going to build a team that no other team's going to want to play against. No other team's going to want to come up against this Chelsea team. And it's good. It's good to hear, but it's different seeing. And now we're starting to see it. It's becoming more of a thing of what next? Like, how much better can we get in what we're doing? I do think we can be a little bit more, like, have that killer cut. We need to have that killer cut a bit more in games. But overall, from what we get from our wing backs, from how our midfield's playing, from our defence to goalie, who I don't even care anymore. I don't worry about that end of the pitch. I really don't. Like, it's more the forward line. The forward line was not the issue, but was the area that we were questioning because we wasn't getting performances. The performances were not good enough from the likes of Ziyech, Mount, Lukaku, whoever was coming in. And now we're starting to get these performances. And for me, it's massive. It's absolutely massive. Big up to Nick Blue in the chat as well. We're going to do the match ratings now. Sorry, the player ratings now, guys. So make sure you stay tuned. Over 55 of you in already. Only 18 minutes in. Hit the likes. Let's try and get over 40, please. Subscribe if you're new to GNA TV as well. We're literally 20 away from 3.2k subscribers. So if you are new here, please continue smashing that like button. Tuchel's halftime chats always have another level. I don't know what he says, but whatever he says, it works. It literally works. Different lineup as well, Jem. In terms of Eric Blue, what do you mean by that, mate? Let me know. Yes, big up, Abs. Yeah, big up to him. Big up to Oscar. Oscar in the house. Big up to him as well. Hope you are well, my guy. What a performance that was yesterday. The lines are going to be open, guys. Yeah, we're just going to go through the ratings now. Tune in, chill, have a drink. Do whatever you're doing. I'm going to go through it with you. Get involved. I want to know your ratings in the chat. Like I said, this is a day not to really criticize individuals. Really. But let's go through them anyway. Jim, we cooked Cougar FC hard, bro. We're going to take... Fuck's sake. Cougar FC. Oh, dear. Abs, man, you cracked me up. Big up to Undertaker CC. You, they are still shitting their pants. You guys are cracking me up today. I love the energy, the passion from it. We're on something right now. We are seriously on something right now. And we can get to a quarters and a semi from what I've seen in our performances. And in terms of the Premier League, for me, it's still early. I've already said that. But in the way that we're playing, there is no reason why this Chelsea team cannot go and win it. Forget competing. Forget the challenging bit. Go and win it. They can do this. Honestly. Big up to Oscar. Everyone's bigging up Oscar in the chat. It's nice to see him in the house, looking in from work. Give Reece James a 10 for it. Listen, we're going to talk about it. Listen, I've changed Reece James's name. It's not Reece James anymore. This is what you're going to start hearing me call him from now. The hybrid. That's what I call him. He's the hybrid. It ain't Reece James anymore. If people don't know the meaning of hybrid, go and search it up. Hybrid is someone that can do everything at the best of his ability and better. There's not anyone that can do what he does because he's a hybrid. He can go forward, he can go backwards, he can push you off the ball, he's got the pace, he can score goals, he can defend. He's a hybrid. He can do a bit of everything. Everything that is not one weakness to his game. James the hybrid. That's his new name for me. Reece James the hybrid. If you like that, let me know in the chat. If you got something better, let me know in the chat. But I'm pushing this, the hybrid. When people say, what's that? I'll go the hybrid, Reece James. That's who it is. If you don't know, get to know. If you don't know, get to know this guy. Because this guy, we're going to get to it. I'm a bit of energy today. I'm sorry. I'm buzzing right now. Buzzing because of the performances. The hybrid. Dynamism. Dynamism. The hybrid, man. That's what I'm calling him. Let's get into it, guys. Anyway, over 70 of you here, 21 minutes in. Hit them likes. Get them up to 100. The lines are going to be open soon. Let's delve into the teams. And I want to talk about Edouard Mendy first, because what is there to talk about? Honestly, what is there to talk about? What I don't even know what to say. What did he do? He made that one decent save against Bendonca, I think his name is Bernardoca. I think it was him. Someone had a shot outside the box and he tipped it over the bar. Other than that, what else is there to say about Edouard Mendy? Like, what can I give him as a rating? If I'm going to give everyone else a high rating today, let's give him an 8. Mendy's an 8. Because it doesn't... Another clean sheet for the best goalie in the world, the best goalie in the Premier League, the best goalie across Europe. He's the best goalie on form right now. No one can come here and tell me or chat to me and say that Edouard Mendy is not the best goalie. And he keeps another clean sheet. And he's getting... I'm not saying he's going to break Peter Cech's records because it's yet to be seen. But he is on the road to do that. We haven't had a goalie in since Peter Cech that is on the road to doing what he was doing. And I think Peter Cech is the best goalie in the Premier League. Ever. So let's see. There's a long way to go for him, but it's going to be interesting. It's really going to be interesting. Mendy should start rocking up to games with a... Honestly, Mendy could literally order a Deliveroo. I'm not even joking, yeah? He could order a Deliveroo while he's on the pitch. He wanted to go and get himself something to eat or something. He could pick it up. He could literally run to the tunnel, grab the food, pay the guy, and then run back into his goal with his drink. And then he could sit there. He could sit there having his drink and eating his whatever, his pizza, his burger, whatever it is. And it would be no difference because he wouldn't have to do anything. Like that, that is literally Edouard Mendy's game for Chelsea. And yes, he has had moments where we've had to call on him. But these are the type of games. He has more games like this than when we actually call for him to actually, turn up. He has more games like this. It's a madness. It's an absolute madness. And it's a great performance from him. So 8, straight up, it's an 8 for Mendy. 8. Bex is loving energy. I told you, energy's here today. I have got so much energy. I've just come back from the gym as well, and I'm pumping right now. I am pumping. Over 75 of you here. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel as well. We're going to move on from Edouard Mendy, and we're going to move on to man like Rudy. Rudy. And yes, Nick, you're probably in the chat right now, my guy. I'm giving Rudiger a 8. Again, faultless, done his job. Didn't do much really in terms of like standing out, but he had the opportunity to score from a corner, from a header. Other than that, strong, solid, does his job. 8. What is it to say about Rudiger, the guy that's still not signing a contract, but putting in the levels of performances that he's doing? I mean, he's probably putting them levels of performances so that other clubs can watch him and give him a bit of a wad. Let's not lie, but it's good. We might lose him, but as long as he continues playing like this and wins us a Premier League and Champions League, then see you later, Rudiger. If that's what you want to do. If you don't want to go and you sign, great. Like that's how it is. I am with Rudiger now. There's nothing else. Like it's either he continues playing like he is, and we benefit from it as a football club, and we go and win trophies, and then he goes and gets his wad wherever it is, or he signs for Chelsea and he continues playing under Tuchel, which make me happy. So both ways, I am cool with it. I actually genuinely am. Big up to Rudiger, man. Big up to Rudiger. Rudiger gets an 8. Rudiger's great as always. 9. Obviously, Nick Blue would stay. Agreed, Gem. 8 for Rudy. Stop the messing around. Better think of your future. A message to you, Rudy, is what Couch Critic says. You heard what Couch Critic... Listen, you don't want Couch Critic coming after you, Rudy. You better get signing, bruv. You don't want to mess with my guy over in America, bruv. Trust me. You don't want that. You don't want that. But let's move. Let's move on to... Oh, Thiago Silva. And who was the man that said that he would start? Who was it? And everyone come up against it. Who said it? Everyone keeps saying, no, he can't play. He should be... We got to think of Man United. Listen, we're playing Juventus. They're meant to be, in many ways, they're meant to be an animal, a giant of the Champions League, which they're supposedly all right. They're not at the same level, but they're still a giant club. This guy plays. I don't want to hear it anymore that he can't play back-to-back games. Thiago Silva can play. Thiago Silva can play for this club game after game. And you saw that clearance off the net. You saw that. You saw that. Thiago Silva is a 9.5. 9.5. Because I keep telling you guys how important he is to that defense. He is so important. He's not as important as our wing backs, but he's there. He's that much. He's that far. He's that important. Man like Silva, the best centre back in the Premier League currently right now. Let's be serious. 9.5 for Thiago Silva. Oh, come on, man. Come on. I want to hear it. Silva. My guy. That's what I want to see, Marcus. Come on, my guy. Energy. Oh, Thiago Silva, oh, Montreal, my general fam, stopping that rat scoring he did. Look at C1 going in with that energy. Big up to Nippon in the house. He says Chalobah and Silva are emptying their pockets after the game. He gave us the clean sheet, 8.5. Hey, all, big up to Sportswire, which is VJ. VJ never expected Chelsea to go and bang that many goals past Juventus. But we did it. 11, just a boss. There's nothing else to say. He's an immense player. He will be at Chelsea for one more season after this, and then he will go. But boy, I am so privileged as to be a Chelsea fan and have a player like Thiago Silva at my football club. Honestly, that is it. That's all I can say. We move. Let's move on. Keep hitting them likes up, guys, because I am going to release the link very soon. There's nearly 100 of you already. 23 minutes in. Whatever it is, 24 minutes in. Sorry, 29 minutes in. Get them likes up. Let's push the likes up for our Chelsea. If you're a Chelsea fan, hit that like. And subscribe, because we're 20 away. We're 20 away from 3.2k. Let's move from Thiago Silva onto this guy. And I did want to talk about the Cobham. Cobham? You know Cobham? Cobham, the youth. And Trevor Chalobah is starting to become a top player. I wouldn't say world class because he's still very young, but a top player. I don't think I've seen a player come into a squad like Chelsea and perform as well from Cobham up as quickly as he has. Now, we knew Mason Mount was very good and we knew Reece James was decent. Obviously, Reece James had that injury before he came back into Chelsea, if you remember, on the back of it. But the impact, I'm talking about the impact that this guy has made. The impact, the instant impact from coming from Cobham and forcing himself into this lineup. The Chelsea team, first lineup. And when you look at the names that we currently have around him, Silva, Rudiger, Christensen, Aspie, these are experienced, world-class like players. And he's putting them on the bench. Christensen, where is he? He put him on the bench for the second time. Krusty the Clown's in the mud. Krusty the Clown is in the mud. It's mad. It's an absolute madness. Listen, Trevor Chalobah's a 9. Absolute baller. Balling performance. And consistency is going to be the key with Trevor Chalobah because we need to see it as time goes on. But from what I've seen, coming up from Cobham, I keep saying it, coming up from Cobham and doing what he is doing right now, I don't think I've actually seen an individual do that so quick and have an impact and force himself in the team as quickly as he has. He's a 9. He's an easy 9. Big up to him. Cobham, exactly. Cobham. Listen, bruv, I've had 31 minutes in. Since I've been on here, I've just got too much energy right now. That gym workout's giving me too much energy. We're going to move on. Kai, give me 10 minutes. I'm just quickly throwing through this and I'll bring you in. Just want to get this out of the way. And then you can talk about, and listen, the lines will be open. You can talk about every single player you want and I'll shut my mouth. And I'll let you do what you do want to, what you want to do. But listen, let's move on. Ben Chilwell. Chile B, before he got injured. Again, absolutely immense. Now, look, I did criticise us for the first half because even though we were dominating and we were winning the ball high up the pitch and we had control of the game, I thought our forward line let us down. They did for me in the first half, but they changed that. And the wing-backs looked more effective as well from it. And Ben Chilwell, before he got injured, was an 8.58 for me. He was great. Again, Chilwell, he's the best left fullback in the league. There's not much to say. There's not anyone better than Ben Chilwell currently right now. He is balling. He is balling. Chile B, my guy, is on fire. That's all I'm going to say right now. That's all I'm going to say right now. Over 108 of you here right now. Smash the like button, guys. Let's get the likes up. But for me, Chile B was immense. Absolutely immense. Jem, Cancelo, my guy, but I hear you. Oh yeah, forgot about Cancelo. Oh, sorry, I'm buzzing right now. Listen, I'm in that energy bubble right now where I'm not even thinking about other teams or rivals. All I'm thinking about is my team and how well they're performing right now. But Ben Chilwell's solid performance. And let's move on. Let's move on to the hybrid. I don't call him Reece James anymore. His name is not Reece James to me. His name is Hybrid. The Hybrid. The Hybrid. And if you don't know what hybrid means, go and search it up. Honestly. He's called the Hybrid. He can do everything. Going forward, going backwards, going sideways, score, defend, bully people off the ball, has recovery pace to get back into his position. He has everything. He doesn't have a weakness. And that's what a hybrid is. A hybrid is the best of everything. He's the best at everything for me. Reece James, the hybrid, 9.5 out of 10. I don't give everyone a 10. 10's hard. But 9.5 out of 10. And what a goal. What a goal by the hybrid. The hybrid absolutely destroyed them in the second half. Destroyed that Juventus team. It was amazing, honestly. The movement with the ball at his feet. The one thing I've always wanted him to do when he has the ball at his feet is take a player on. And he's doing that game after game. And Tuchel's noticed that and added that to his game and gave him that confidence to go and do that. Go and be aggressive. Go and attack. And now we're starting to see a top player, a player, game after game, season after season, is growing and growing and growing. And look how old the guy is. He's 21. He's 21 years old. And look what he's doing right now. Under this manager, it can only get better. The only way is up for the hybrid. The hybrid is just irreplaceable. For me, best fullback in the league. By far. There's not a best fullback in Europe, best fullback in the world. And I don't think that's a bigger statement to not say. Like, I think he's that good. 10 people saying. Reece James is a footballer, period. Hybrid. The hybrid's brilliant. 10 man of the match. Another 10. Hybrid Flames. Hybrid 10. The hybrid, mate. I'm sorry. That's it. That's his name for me, the hybrid. He's just unreal. Anyway, we move. Let's move on from Reece James. And we're going to talk about Jorginho. Let's talk about Jorginho, shall we? Let's talk about Jorginho. I mean, what a performance by him as well. You know, it was a telling, decent performance. Controlled the game, pressed high, won the ball back high up the pitch. He was very good. He was very, very, very good. You know, and listen, an 8.5. You know, he wasn't amazing, but what he did was very good. And yeah, listen, it's definitely one of these decent performances. And like I said to you, there's no real criticism from me in terms of the individuals and the players and how they're playing right now. I just think they're just played so well, and I don't want to hear it. I saw some people on social media trying to criticize certain individuals about certain performances and the way they played and things like that. But Jorginho, I thought was a decent 8.5, easily an 8.5. Listen, guys, over 150 of you here. Let's push for 100 likes. If you are new here, subscribe to GNA TV. We are on the road to 3.2k. We've also got a Discord group that you can get involved in as well. So make sure that you go and jump on the Discord group. That way you do not miss a stream. We also talk while the game's on in there as well. Oh, what is this doing? It's 2 seconds, guys. I'm just doing something I forgot to do. Send anyway. Don't want to muck my internet up. If my internet goes, then there's 146 of you here. It wouldn't be good, would it? But yeah, 8. Smash the likes. There's the Discord, guys. Get involved. There's obviously some new people here. Let's move on from Jorginho. And we're going to go on to N'Golo Kante because he did play a part. And, you know, he was a little bit wasteful on the ball. But again, he's just N'Golo Kante. You know, I ain't here to criticize him. I'm giving him a 7.58. I still think he was decent when he was on the pitch, done what he does best, dominated the areas, done his thing, got taken off. It's hard to really judge him overall, but a great performance from N'Golo Kante. A great performance from N'Golo Kante. Yeah, so let's move on from him, and we're going to move on. I'm back. Sorry, guys. I got cut. I told you it was going to happen. Told you it was going to happen. As soon as I done something, it cuts me. Stupid thing. Anyway, let's move. Let's talk about Ruben, because he's still classed as a forward on the UEFA Champions League thing. But how good was Ruben Loftus-Cheek, guys? Let me know in the chat. I thought he was impressive. I thought he was good. I thought he did what Ruben does. And listen, that goal that we scored, that Cho scored, when he got the ball in the box and he moved his feet quickly, you know, and created the space and laid off Callum, immense. Part of the reason why I wanted him to start. Progressive, attacks, in the box, good. You know, he's in the box and he's a central midfielder. We don't have many midfielders currently that do what he does. Attacks the box as well as he does. Immense, absolutely immense. 6, 7, 8, 7. Okay, cool. People say, I'll say it's a 7.5. I'll say 7. What are these ratings for Kane or for Ruben? Let me know. Let me know, guys. But again, needs to play more, deserves to play more. Should have played against Juventus, really, because now look, Kante's injured, and that's the worrying thing. Jorginho, Kante are getting overplayed. This utilised Ruben a bit better, Tuchel. That's the thing I would say to that. Listen, we've only got 61 likes. Let's push the 100. We can do that. 146 people. We hit the like button below. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification as well. Andre says 8 for Ruben. Ruben's a 7.5 as well. Who else have we got? Was cooking. He was an 8. Yeah, decent performance. Decent performance is what I'm going to say. Let's move on from all of that. And we're now going to delve into the forward line. And we're going to start with Christian Pulisic. Now, I didn't think he was that great in the first half. I think he struggled to get involved. But I don't think it was just him, if that makes sense. I don't think it was only Pulisic that was struggling. He came out in the second half and was better. I would say his movement was better. He wasn't massively involved in it all, but, he done his bit. And, we still have to bear in mind that he's still on his way back. But from what I'm seeing of him and have seen from him, he's performing at a decent level. Decent level for me. I would say Christian Pulisic was probably a 7. Yeah, I agree. He gets a 7. He was good throughout the game. He was decent. I think the first half he died, but like I said, I thought the forward line in the first half wasn't all that, but a 7. 7's decent. Nick Blue says an 8. And you know what? He done what he needed to do. It'd be interesting because we wanted to see Callum. We wanted to see Pully. We wanted to see Ziyech. And we got that. We literally got to see that. And Kai, what you saying, my guy?
Hey, bro, how are you, man? I'm good, man. I'm just working.
I'm buzzing. As you can see, I'm on a buzz right now.
Same, man. What a performance, man. Reece James, bro.
Oh, listen, the hybrid, mate. That's all I'm going to say.
He's
so blimmin' good, Kai. I mean, you can talk a bit about Reece James quickly if you want. Go on, tell me.
For me, he's our best youth product, man. For me, he's one of the best right backs in the world, if not like the best one in the league, man. Yeah. So like he has like the finishing, the pace, the physicality, the crossing. He's just a complete right back, man. For me, I don't see anybody who came from the academy who's as good as he is, man. Who's as complete as he is, as consistent as he has been this season, man.
And he's 21, Kai. He's 21.
Yeah, he's player of the season for me, man. He's a special talent, man.
He's 21 years old, and each and every season, each and every game, he doesn't get worse. He doesn't degress. He progresses. He gets better.
Don't feel like he's 21, though. You feel like he's been playing football all his life, man. Like, imagine what he's going to be like when he's 25, 26. He reminds me of John Terry when he first came to Chelsea, man.
He's just that good.
Came to the team,
he's the best. He's the best in the world. He's the best in Europe. I keep saying it at the moment. There's not anyone better than Reece James as a fullback. But Pulisic, what was your thoughts on him?
Man, for me, Pulisic, if I saw his minutes per goal, he has like 100 minutes per goal. He's the best in our team, man. Already has 2 goals and he barely played this season. So he's been good, man. Yesterday as well.
Yeah, he was. I mean, the first half was a little bit slow, wasn't he? But I mean, second half, it definitely picked up. And I can't believe how well we played that second half. We dismantled. I know they're not the same Juventus, but we dismantled a giant. It is a giant in Europe. Do you know what I mean?
You know what it is? We basically picked up where we stopped from the Champions League. Yeah, we just continued. Just continue. I think there's a chance we win it again, man. We might I don't see anybody in the. We could be lucky from the fact that Juventus are basically not Juventus, sorry, Barcelona are falling off. Real Madrid doesn't have the budget that we do. Yeah. So we might be lucky to get it again. And if we do win it again, win the Premier League again, I don't think anybody could chat to us.
Listen, Tuchel, we'd seriously need to do a show on here if Tuchel wins the Premier League, and even if he done the Champions League and the Premier League, we would seriously need to do a show where we talk about where he ranks in terms of managers, because honestly, I'm blown away so far with him. He's absolutely immense.
I told you guys on the terrace, man. I told you guys this guy is special, man. Tuchel
the thing is, I never didn't agree. I'd never watched him, so I didn't know how good he was. You know what I mean? Until I saw what he is now.
Bro, I remember. You know what, Jim? I remember on the terrace group chat. Yeah, I remember it was Indiana, Devil in the Detail, and I think it was KJ, and they were like, "Are you guys worried about Tuchel?" I'm not worried about Tuchel. I'm not worried
No,
about
remember,
Tuchel.
you've always been
Are you
consistent
worried
with him
now?
from
Are
the
you worried
beginning.
now, United fans, man?
We got them next as well. It's going to be an interesting game. But guys, over 160 of you here. Hit the likes. Let's get him up to 100. If you're new, subscribe. We're on a rate of 3.2k subscribers. Got the Discord channel as well, which Bex will kindly put in the chat as well for you to get involved if you want to join us over there. Hakim Ziyech, Kai. I mean, is he starting to grow into the player we thought he was, or what?
I think he's given a lot more freedom now in the last few games, and he's been impressive, man. His passing, which is good. The only issue I have with Ziyech is his physicality, but other than
Yeah.
that, technically, I think he's a very good player. I think passing wise, he's very good. Just physically, he struggles, man. But you can, he's been all right. Last 2 games, I've been impressed with him.
Yes, we are, Nippon. Straight after this, the lines will be open as well. There's the Discord link as well. I agree. Did you see them? There was a moment in the game where he sort of got sandwiched in between like two of the Juventus players, and he just fell on the floor like nothing. It's like
Yeah, bro,
like,
bro. I'll
thought
put
he
that into
stoned him, bro.
perspective. Yeah, he is 63 kilograms with 181 centimeters, bro.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, listen,
That
he's got
is,
a wonder. He
yeah,
has
that
got
is
a
girl
wonder of a
numbers,
left
man.
foot, though, isn't he? I mean, if he can just
He does. He does.
continue, if we can continue benefiting from that wonder of a boot that he has with his left, like you look at the way he played in the second half, especially, and that goal that he set up for Timo Werner across the pit, like straight into in front of him, like he couldn't miss it. He physically could
Yeah.
not miss that chance, and I was nearly done with him, and that was his own fault. A lot of Chelsea fans were nearly done with Hakim Ziyech, and that was his own fault because his performances were just not good enough. We were giving up. Yeah,
Yeah.
even though we were not fully giving up, we was done. We was like, we're not seeing anything. You're not giving us. You keep getting given game time. You're not doing it. Now we're slowly starting to see a better Ziyech. I wouldn't say he
Yeah.
was great, but a better Ziyech. And I just want the consistency now. I want the
That's
chemistry,
true.
and it's going to be interesting because Lukaku's coming back, and I really like 27 goals without him since he's been injured. What does Tuchel think now in his edge? What's he going to do? Do you know what I mean?
Man, Tuchel is lucky, man. He has like a team that's all of them are motivated. All of them want to win the league. So I think he's happy, man. He always had teams where he didn't really have much depth in them. Like with PSG, if you take away a few players from the midfield was lacking. With Dortmund, they sold up all his players. He finally have a project at Chelsea where he can build his own legacy, and he's enjoying the fruits, man. He's enjoying it, man. He's
Yeah.
living life. He's
What
working
about
wonder for us.
Yeah, he definitely is. What about Starboy over here? Because me and you have been, let's say, critical of him, but we've always said like if he's not going to be given the minutes and he's not going to take
Which
any
star boy,
chances,
man?
then
Which
he
star
shouldn't
boy?
he shouldn't play. I mean,
Mount
he's called
or Cho?
well, they're calling him Starboy now, aren't they? From the
Who?
La Cobham. We call him from the La Cobham because he comes from the La Cobham.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but which one of them? Mount or Cho, man? I'm confused.
Don't you start this.
No,
Don't you
I'm
start
serious because they call them both star boys, man. Are you
Well,
talking about
listen,
Cho?
for me, he's benched Mount right now. Like Mount is not getting in the team.
Bro,
In front of Camacho-Doi, you
Mount
know?
is dropping fives like it's nobody's business every game nowadays, man. But yeah,
Anyway,
Cho.
Camacho-Doi, tell me, what is
Hey,
what
man, I've been impressed with Adoy. I said it like a few times already, man. On Lewis's stream, on your stream, on my stream, I said that he's recovering. He's becoming really good, and I think if he's given a chance, him and Pulisic to play with Lukaku, I think we're gonna have a very very dangerous front three, man.
listen, I can't even disagree with that. I just think we are. I think that the biggest question mark with us Hudson-Odoi was the consistency in his
Yeah,
games, and we're starting to see that consistency. And people would be, to be fair, there's a lot of chohos out there that were crying for him to be played
yeah,
as a in the forward line, not as a wing back, not on the. They wanted him to be given the opportunity in the forward line, and now we're starting to see Callum Hudson-Odoi take his opportunities, and that makes me happy because I've always known he has the talent. I always say he's got so much talent.
yeah,
It's just a bit like Ruben, so much talent, but are you going to see it like that?
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And now we're starting to see under Tuchel this player, and I'm loving it because he came from La Cobham from the youth academy. Which I would like to say we have got the best youth academy in Europe. I don't know if you agree, Kai. I think we
I,
easily
I
have.
I agree, man. I agree. Like
But,
what we have like four youth players playing our main
yeah.
our main team. So
Yeah.
we can't complain, man. They're doing their thing, man. For me, I'm like every day I'm falling more in love with Reece James, man. I'm such a big fan of his, man. I think we have a
Yeah.
special player, man.
Yeah, we do. Big up. Big up to Joey as well in the house. Big up to you, man. Nice to see you around. Big up, Kai and Jim. Big up to you guys. Like I said, hit that subscribe button. We're 20 away from 3.2k. Let's try and get to that. I need 20 new people to subscribe. Jim, there's no reason why Cho and Mount can't play in the same team. Same reason why Havertz can't play in this team when he's fit and firing. Do you agree?
I don't know, because we do have like 3 positions for attacking players in this team.
Yeah.
Man. That's the one like downside with the 3 at the back.
Yeah. No, I hear that. Against United, I will start Mount. We have to press United like mad, is what Rodrigo thinks. Fair enough. I hear that.
Oh, we pressed yesterday, the best pressing we had all season.
We did. And do you know what? The one thing of that Callum don't press, Pulisic don't press, Ziyech, etc. They do press. They've been forced to press. Tuchel makes them press. Even if they don't want to do it, they have to, otherwise they're on the bench. Like, that's how we play now.
If you notice now, he tucked the midfielders a bit deeper, and he did this like he made the wing backs as well tuck a bit deeper, and then like the attackers can have a little bit more width, which is making our team a lot better, man. So I think the way we're playing now, I think we have a really, really good team. All of our players are on form, which we're lucky with. I want to see how Lukaku fits into the teams right now, because it's not that easy to get in. But we'll see, man. We'll see, man. I don't like talking only like 10, 11, 12 games into the season.
Yeah. Do you know what?
See us after January, and then we'll judge.
Lukaku should be looking at this and thinking to himself, right, they've scored X amount of goals without me. I'm now they're starting to tick. There's some chemistry between whoever the two that's playing. Yeah. If I come into this team, not only am I coming into this team on form, but I'm coming into this team playing with players that are in real good form, like Hudson-Odoi, a Ziyech, a Pully. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think Lukaku can really benefit from it. Like, in terms of scoring and being in the right position and getting the goals. But I don't know, like it's going to be interesting, because a lot of the question marks was like, oh, Lukaku is too static. It affects the way we move forward and things like that. And I from what I've seen, I do get that slightly, but it's going to be interesting to see how he gets the team, because Werner played yesterday, didn't he, for about 20 minutes? And I haven't spoken about
and he scored a nice goal, man.
He scored, but at the same time, I thought he held the ball up very well. He was making runs out, and this is he's just come back in, and we're starting to see performances. That's what I'm saying. We're not actually sitting there going, "Oh, he's playing shit."
I think he's more comfortable, Jim. I don't think he's as worried as he was last season. So now he's like, he's a good finisher coming from behind. Like getting into space and scoring goals. Like he's a good poacher. So. I think we have a very complete team, man. We have different solutions for different scenarios, which really doesn't hurt, man. It reminds me of like that Chelsea of 14-15, man, when we have a lot of technical players and they could like step into the team, Like if you remember, we used to like rotate Willian and Shirley, and the team was really, really good. Same thing now, man. But now we had actually even more depth.
Yeah. Ziyech 2 assists in 2 games. That's true, Bex, as well. Listen, Ziyech was brought in to assist for me. That's who we brought in to be the creative spark. Him doing that, for me, is what he should be doing. Now I just want to see a consistent pattern from it. I don't know if you agree as well, but I just want to see more consistency from him. Werner gets an 8. He made a good run to score that goal. I mean, Kai, the overall game, forgetting the players, I mean, from start to finish.
Yeah.
How impressed was you? I mean, was you ever worried about the team, about Juventus at any point? Or
I was worried they're not gonna try to play football, but I didn't think we gave a fuck what they wanted to do, man. We did what we wanted with them, man. Just flipped them around, put them in different positions. We did what we wanted, man. They tried to resist, but we're too fucking good, man.
Too good, and too good's probably not even a fair judgment. Yeah, I think we've been very, very good, and we've got Eric Blue, we've got Rodrigo, we've got Couch. What are you saying, guys?
All good, all good.
Very good.
Very good.
Couch, I'll go to you first. Overall performance. How do you think we played? And if you want to talk about certain players, I'll leave it to you. There's no.
Man, that is exactly what you want to see on a European night, man. Just an evisceration against a top club. We basically served them their worst defeat in the Champions League, in their history in the Champions League, a 4-0 at home. So I can't stop being excited about what we saw, the football, the application. Talking about the likes of Reece James, man of the match. The man's a bad man. Let's get it straight, man. This guy is world class, and the fact that he can play center back, right wing back, He can probably play winger. He can play in the midfield. He can probably play striker. Like he's a footballer. He's a guy that you give him an assignment, he'll just execute it. So really glad Kai's bang on. I think that he's the best academy product that we produce.
He's the most complete, man. That's why I said that he's the best.
Most complete, without question. And yeah, he holds that title for me. But just like the energy, we all have given Ziyech his we've all kind of shit on Ziyech the last little while, right?
Yeah, but he deserved it, right? It's not like we were
no
horrible.
doubt. We have to give him his flowers when he comes into it. Like the last 2 games, he's been excellent. The first half, I was like, he wasn't great in the first half, but his energy, his aggression, his pressing, like he ran the most the entire game. I think he ran like 11 kilometers. Like that sort of like energy and whatnot, like work rate is something that I never saw from him before. So I have to give it to him. I have to give it up to him. He played extremely well. And of course, as the game started to find its rhythm in the second half, he was able to pick passes and get guys played in behind and found an assist as well. So for me, you have to. We didn't really have one poor performance on the pitch. It was a complete performance. Thomas Tuchel is a world-class tactician. We're seeing performances. He gets guys that come in and out of the lineup all the time, and every time they're giving him a performance. You have to commend him for that. He is quickly becoming my favorite Chelsea manager, just based on the performances we're seeing. And like again,
even Saul Niguez came on. Well.
Yeah, even Saul played well.
Saul Niguez was good as well, man.
He was actually all right. He was actually all right. So we're seeing good performances from everyone that plays under Thomas Tuchel. What more can you ask for?
Everyone is a big one. Everyone is a big one, coach. If you know what I mean, man. Everyone is a big one, man. Certain man is still getting a 6 rating every game, man.
Yeah. What are you saying, Rodrigo?
Yeah, it was a good game. I think this was again, it's probably our best performance this season.
Wow.
And I think just the way we play our football is just so beautiful. I used to envy watching, like, obviously Liverpool a couple of years ago, watching City, the way they would just press, the way they would pass the ball around. And I was like, why can't Chelsea play like this? Why don't we put the ball on the ground, nice shape, nice triangles? But it looks like we with Tuchel, this guy is a genius. The way the football is beautiful. I enjoy watching. Even when, at the beginning of the game, I think Ziyech was misplacing passes. And the thing with Ziyech, we need to understand is high risk, high reward. It is the only one of our front 3 that's willing to take the crazy pass. Sometimes it doesn't come off, but when it does, the guy looks really good.
And you know what else, Rodrigo? You know what else? Like, he was playing the most contested area on the pitch too. So, he had a lot of work in front of him, and he did well, I thought. Like,
he did well, yeah. The only obviously now, I wasn't a big fan of Lukaku. Maybe I didn't think we needed him. But now he's our number 9. I just don't see what I want from Lukaku now. He needs to be more mobile. If you look at Pulisic playing false 9, he's not static, because it's so easy for centre back to just see, all right, you're a big number 9, we'll just crowd you. But with Pulisic, with Havertz, you can't catch them. They're everywhere. So Lukaku needs to adapt his game as well.
The big thing, Rodrigo, it's the movement. It's the movement that we have when we don't have a focal point. Yeah. And I'm not saying Lukaku comes back and he makes it an issue, but it's going to be interesting to see how Lukaku adapts.
Obviously, Lukaku has good attributes, as in he can link up, he's strong, he can run in behind. Yeah. And I think the movement is an easy thing. I think you need to be tactically aware that I can't stand in one position. I need to interchange with the other 2 guys. Because you look at Pulisic yesterday, the amount of work this guy does off the ball, unbelievable. It's like he's got 4 lungs. Yeah, very good, very happy. I'm not too I'm confident we'll beat United, but I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a thrashing. I think United. Obviously, I don't know if you're gonna talk about that game, but as for Juve game, obviously, man of the match, Reece James. Yeah.
The hybrid.
What's more to say about this guy?
Yeah, this guy. Listen, I mean, Redknapp, be a good chance to bring out Redknapp into this. How good was Reece James, Redknapp, and what was your thoughts on the overall performance?
Well, gonna be a bit controversial, but
here we go. Get ready. Put your seatbelts on before you start. There you go.
I'm gonna be coming out of my kids. Hold on.
Oh, there they are.
His kids
I
want to
can
get
see them in the frame.
on GNA.
Redneck, who do they
Just want to
support?
hang out with Daddy,
Bro,
Red.
Let them
Come
come
on, man.
in. Let them hang
You just
out.
want to hang out with
We're
Daddy,
not
man.
gonna
They want to
swear.
talk Chelsea,
We
man.
swear.
Give him a chance.
It's
We're not gonna
Imagine-
use
no,
bad language.
a
Imagine
daddy.
redneck kids become Arsenal fans, man.
We'll make sure that we
For
speak in a
adoption,
decent
man.
language, Redneck.
Go
Yeah,
on, Redneck, what's
they will be up for
controversial?
adoption if
Let's
they could
go.
become Arsenal fans.
Tell us.
Redneck, who do they support, Redneck?
Are they coming in
Yes.
again?
PSG?
Yeah, okay.
I think I heard her say up the Chelsea, man.
She's
Yeah.
saying, I love Chelsea, I love James, I love everything.
Come on, man.
No,
let us talk, man.
I was trying to criticize somebody and she keeps coming up. Maybe I should stop, but
It's a sign. Please
it's a
don't
sign,
criticize
yeah.
Mount. It's a sign.
No, here's
Is
the
it the
thing.
game to criticize?
No,
Redneck,
no.
is my question.
You-
Come on.
Do
let's
you
go.
like? I watched the game again last night, and
Go on.
before like people coming out of purple clouds and stuff, it was 1-0. We're winning the game. We're controlling the game.
Yeah.
And the 27th minute, I want to look that up. Yeah, 27th minute, 40th seconds. That's when Thiago Silva cleared off the line.
Yeah.
That could be completely different. If
100%.
if the goal goes in, that could be a
100%.
completely different game.
Yes, Redneck.
You know what I'm saying? So I was looking
Goals
for that.
change games, man, for sure.
For what I'm saying is Thiago Silva brilliant the way he was doing it. My problem is the first half, and I brought up on somebody's stream, Rudiger was way too eager to go to defend in the higher lines, and he left
I
Thiago
said this as
Silva
well, man. Yeah, I said this
exposed
as well.
way too many times in this game. And when
Yeah, yeah.
when I see Rudiger's ratings 9 and everything, I was like, "What the hell were you watching?"
What are you watching? Redneck, what are you watching, man?
Nick Lewin, the Rudiger defender did it. Here he is.
Rudiger's the
Seriously.
player you don't team. Do you get that, or you don't know? I don't think you're watching football.
We've got Nick
Seriously,
Ruby
man.
now.
You don't think
Seriously,
that was
man.
his? You don't think that was his tactical deployment though? Like he wasn't assigned to get forward and get that.
Yeah,
you
I
know,
think he
from
wants to
behind?
push Chiesa back as well.
The only thing I would say is when he goes forward, Jorginho usually tends to drop deep
Oh
anyway.
my
So like,
God.
if he does
Literally.
go forward, he comes
Nick
across.
Blue,
That's
I
what
think
noticed.
like I don't
But-
want to get in with you again. You're older than me. I have respect
because
for you.
you always
But
say
don't.
something silly about Rudiger for some reason.
Yeah, but Nick Blue, he can. If he wants to criticize
That's
a
his
player,
choice,
he can.
man. He's
He can
analysing
allow
the
him
game
to
from
have
what he
that
saw,
say.
man.
Everyone has their own.
Look, yesterday
Oh, my
we played
word.
brilliant against Leicester. We played even more brilliant last night. Every player gets a
I
beat.
thought it was just going to be a good stream. Now we're
Rudiger
arguing.
gets a 9.
It already
Won.
is.
James
won.
a
It
10.
is.
But
It is a good bit. And I said I was celebrating, but I watched
see,
it again
boy, they all play
just to look
bloody
at.
brilliant.
Oh, I agree though. I said our first half performance was poor. Anyway, I said it on the thingy.
He wasn't really poor. He was.
I didn't say.
No, it
I
wasn't
didn't.
poor. We were
I
controlling
didn't.
the game.
yeah.
Like, we were
When did
dominating
I
the
say
game, but we-
poor or anything? I said the
No,
game
that was
could
me.
be changed.
That was me.
Yeah, let him finish his point.
Yeah.
Then you debate.
What
it,
I
man.
said is the game could be different.
Not
If that
really.
goal goes
I think we would
in.
have still won it.
How do you
I
know?
can't see Juve would have opened
Yo,
up.
I'm gonna buy you a flight ticket. You flying with me with Vegas if you know future.
Nah,
I'm
man.
seriously gonna.
Goals change games, man. That goal line clearance.
Yeah, if that goal goes in,
Impactful.
What does it
it
change though?
doesn't
The
mean.
mentality. Is that what you
Yeah.
worry? It changes the mentality of the
But
players on the
Redneck,
pitch, or what?
Redneck, don't you think it is more based on the assumption that it would have gone into a goal or something that? So if you're talking about assumptions, then defenders are bound to make mistakes because
That's
the
not
job of
about
it.
that. Exactly. Defenders makes mistake, but what I'm saying is, if the goal is the comes out of the mistake, that's the thing. Again, with this particular situation, who's at fault when the goal went in the first game?
No, I understand. I mean,
That's
at this
Brooklyn.
situation,
Who did not block when the Juventus scored in the first game? Who was that?
That's me.
I think
Well,
it was,
there was a couple of mistakes for me.
yeah,
It
Silva
has
as
been a
well.
winning it in the air, and then we didn't press.
What I was
press out.
saying is like I'm not. People get bent way out of this.
Yeah,
I
Ben,
didn't say.
I think you better bring your kids to have a say because they will know a lot
Don't
more.
bring my freaking kids in it.
Yeah,
Don't
but I'll
freaking
bring them-
dare you bring your kids into
Because
it.
you don't know what you're talking about, my friend. And don't talk about Rudiger like that.
Let him
Oh,
finish his
Nick
point.
Blue, Nick Blue, he can talk. Listen, let me come in for a
What's
second.
going
If he
on?
wants
I'm telling
to-
you, my,
Oh, my.
I'm telling
if
you,
he
my friend,
if he
do
wants to
not bring the kids
criticize,
in it.
listen, before this gets stupid. If he wants to criticize an individual for his performance, we allow that on here. It's no agendas running here.
but
You know what I
Jam,
mean?
we're talking about one
If you want to
incident.
defend the player, that's cool. If you want
You
to
bring the
criticize the
kids.
player, you can
I'm
do
telling
that.
you.
You
Just
can't
was
don't
one
take it. Don't
incident.
take it past the point where we start criticizing people personally. That's
Yeah,
what
but
we
you
do.
Exactly.
Well, let him
Jam,
get to the point, man. He's not. Let him finish. Maybe just not only
Okay,
Rudiger,
okay.
man.
Yeah,
Maybe
go on.
he's-
Go Redneck.
No,
Finish off.
I'm done. You bringing freaking my kids into it.
Yeah, you've annoyed him now. So there we go. Look, listen, let's not
Yeah,
do
but
that
Jam,
again.
think about it. It's just one incident. It wasn't like the whole game. It's a one incident where Rudiger lost his marker. So that's it.
Hey,
The whole
Rodrigo,
game, Rudiger
if we
was
didn't
really
win the
good.
game,
Yeah,
if
we
we didn't
won
win the game, we if we didn't win, all we'll be talking about is that one incident, right?
Yeah, but
The only
I think we would
the
have
only
won
reason you don't want to talk about it because we won the game and it was a good win.
we would have won the
But
game
if the
regardless.
but listen, but it's a good point to bring up to actually be aware of little incidents like that, even though we win, because when
Yeah.
we lose, they will come up again.
Listen, Nick, can I just say something? You're always going to have. Can I just say one thing quickly? Really need to say this. In games, you're going to have moments like that. Whether you're
Yes.
playing 10 out of 10, yeah, there were moments that will happen like that. All right. Look
Yeah.
at, for example, the Brentford game. Right. How many times did Mendy keep us in? We could have drew that game. Do you know what I mean? And I thought we played pretty decent until the second half, and they came out and done whatever they did. But what I'm saying is, these things can happen where you're playing so well and you dominate a game that, you know, for that one moment, you're vulnerable, and then it's down to the individuals to get us out of that moment. Mendy does it.
And you know what else,
defenders do
Jim?
it. So
You know
it's
what else, Jim?
normal. What I'm saying is, it's nothing for me to really criticize. It's just normal. It's
No,
what
it's
happens
football.
in football.
And you know what the funny
Football.
thing is? Like we play high risk football.
Yes.
We press extremely high up the pitch. There's going to be opportunities where teams are going to get in behind us every now and then. It's just how we deal with them after the fact. So, like focusing on one and two incidents here and there where
It's
they
always going to
cost
happen.
Yeah.
is not
Otherwise,
really, especially when you win 4-0. Like, come on, man. Like, are we really nitpicking like this now? Really? One
Yeah, 'cause,
moment in the game?
yeah. Otherwise, you want us to drop our defensive line 20 or 20 to 30 yards deeper than what we do now. Because if we enjoy the attacking football, high pressing, we need to push up the line. So obviously, sometimes you have mistakes, like obviously the one that
Exactly.
Morata
Yeah, I
did.
hear
So, yeah.
This is
Jen,
what
can I just say,
this is what I'd like to say here, right, with respect to what just happened. See, for me, Rudiger, I'm not going to go into the individual players, but then what I'd like to say here is every defender is bound to make mistakes, because if a defender is making a mistake, then probably it will be seen more because it results in more or less a goal chance, right? There it was Morata made a pass that was above Mendy and it went near the goal, and that is why it is so visible. We've had instances where Mendy was the hero there, and then he was able to make a save, and the defender did make an error. We don't talk about it because the goalkeeper was there to save us. In this case, it was over the goalkeeper, and then Silva had to make a splendid effort to pull us back into the game, and that is why it is being seen a lot, is what I feel. Otherwise, I feel defenders, if you're talking about individual single errors that happens in a game, then obviously every defender would be under the microscope.
Yeah. What about Mendy distribution in the last 15 minutes? That was poor. We're not gonna talk about that. He kept giving the ball away.
Let's get other thoughts here. Abs, what are you saying,
Alright,
bro?
cool,
Come on,
cool,
let's talk. What are you saying?
All right, so first off, you see the whole thing about errors. Errors anywhere on the pitch, they'll get noticed. Like, what's his name? Ziyech yesterday, when he was making a bad pass, everyone criticized him for it. So let's just move on from the errors thing. If we messed up once, not the end of the world. We won 4-0, and generally he was quite good. But on that performance, that was arguably, in my opinion, our second best performance this season.
Wow.
Second.
After what?
There's a couple. There's the Tottenham one, but we were really good.
I thought you were
And
gonna say
there's,
Norwich, Abs.
Norwich was good, but it's Norwich, isn't it?
Norwich is yeah, but it's not. I'm talking about like the
Tottenham second half, yeah.
The Leicester one was good.
Yeah, the rest of them was good as well. So you know what? That's actually a bit too. It was easily top 5, arguably top 2. Let's just put it that way. So anyway, we did what we had to do. Everyone played well. There was nobody was dead. Nobody was like there were a couple of players who were like out of this world, and then there were a couple of players who were just good and was steady. Yeah, they did their job and didn't really take things too far now. I think Jorginho wasn't amazing. He was good, but didn't do anything spectacular. Not that he really needed to. Same with what's his name? Same with Rudiger as well and Mendy. They weren't. Those were the three players for me who didn't really do anything spectacular. And I think the better players were probably like Reece and Chilwell. Cho I thought was outstanding as well. What's his name? Thiago Silva and Chalobah. What's that?
Ziyech.
Yeah, Ziyech was good. Ziyech was very good. I already said Ziyech. Yeah, that's just about it. Like, everyone was good. There was no real bad performance. Done what we've done. But what I will say is that even though we slapped Juve 4-0, if we don't beat Zenit, then this is all for nothing. Because the whole point of us beating Juve was to try and make sure that we got a chance of finishing top. So if we don't beat Zenit, then it's a bit of it's basically for nothing, and it's just a nice one we can enjoy then. So we just need to make sure we do our job against Zenit in a couple weeks' time, and hopefully we can drop the group.
Yeah, no, you said that quite nicely, to be honest, as well. So no, I hear that as well. Nick Blue, obviously.
Let me say what I have to say. Yeah, I got nothing against Redknapp, but every game we play, even if we play great, we play bad, we play average, he's always got something against Rudiger. But Rudiger is one of our best players, as you all know that. I don't have to tell you. He's one of our best players. Let's take him out the game against United and see what we do. That's what I like to say.
Nick, I don't think it's more of he's got a thing against him.
No, he has. He's got a little. Yeah, he has. It's not good. Yeah. Everyone, you can't. You can't say.
Listen. You're gonna Nick.
Yeah,
you're gonna.
Every player played good yesterday. Everyone was an 8. Every single player. There's no one who had a bad game. Even Ziyech, he was good.
That's fine. But what I'm trying to get to is wait. You'll always have people that will see things differently. That's you're not all going to be. You're not. 1 second. You're not all going to be. We're not all going to think the same. So I get what he was saying because I saw it in my own eyes, and it was a moment.
I saw it as well.
But he didn't. What I'm saying.
Thiago came back and saved it off the line. Like Rudiger would do the same for him. That's why they played so good together. If it was the other way around, wouldn't Rudiger save that off the line?
But Nick, that's not the problem. The problem is that we have to save it off the line.
Yeah.
The problem is we won 4-0, and it's hard for you lot to
find. All right, yeah. Oh, let's say the same.
Everyone does it. They do it all the time.
Negative. Everyone's been bigging it up. I've been.
You're bigging it up.
The only reason it's brought up, Nick Blue, is because in a tactical sense, and what other coaches see, if they see a little blimp like that, and they see it constantly, that's how they set up tactically. They watch the games, and even though you're winning, they say, look, Rudiger goes up all the time, and this is where we catch him, right? And the way Nick pointed that out is what a coach can develop.
You see him running back, how fast he runs back.
Let him finish, man. Come on.
It's a tactical observation. It's not a biased one, right? Because let's say it's 0-0, and that same issue with Rudiger being exposed, right? Man United adopted it. Carrick's at the wheel, and they catch us the same way. But this time, no one's there to save it off the line, and it's not going to be a little chip, right? It's going to be a bang goal in. It's about how that problem came across, right? Even though we won 4-0, he made a good observation, right? You can't just be blinded because it's Rudiger and we won 4-0.
All right.
If we lost 4-0, that's all we'll be talking about. The mistake.
No, we still would have won. Anyway, if that incident, happened to be a goal, then you can talk about Rudiger was a mistake. I would say that. I saw what's going on, but not when it's not a goal. You can't criticize, for not. It's not a goal, so you can't criticize Rudiger. He had 2 chances. Just about missing 2 good headers yesterday.
It's not, but what I'm trying to get to is not everyone's going to think the same.
I know.
So you got to understand
that. I'm ashamed of some of our fans. And
listen, he wasn't even moaning about Rudiger. He was just trying to point out the point of the game.
Every real Chelsea fan hasn't got, wouldn't criticise no one for yesterday's great performance.
No, but Yeah, it wasn't. It was more of a tactical awareness thing. Like we saw that he was coming out of position more, which left Silva vulnerable, and I saw that. But it did change later, and it got better. What I'm saying is the forward line didn't play well in the first half, but you haven't seen me coming here moaning about the forward line. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've mentioned it. And said, because I've already said it on my Twitter. We didn't play well enough. I thought we dominated the game and we controlled the game, but in terms of the forward line, we wasn't getting much from them, barring Chuck. I thought Ziyech could do more. I thought Pulisic can do more. But that doesn't mean that doesn't mean because I've said that I'm criticising them, saying they're having a bad game, because they improved that. Same as Rudiger. But there was a moment in the game where he was doing that, and I get what he was trying to say. So what I'm trying to get at is just relax. Don't bring anything personal in to him again as well. I've already messaged him anyway, because that's not what it's about.
Yeah, I'm not. It's nothing personal. It's just.
No, but it's not. But he made it because you're talking about his kids, so that's personal to him.
It's not personal.
Yeah.
I said to
no, I know it's not. I know from your perspective it's not, but he's took it that way. So what I'm saying is you leave the personal life out when it comes to football. We're here to talk football.
It's not about your
opinions and questions.
All right, but if you were going to talk about football, talk it properly.
Listen, that's his opinion, Nick. That's his opinion.
Football's a game of opinions, bro. You can't just
that's his opinion. You can't. We can't. You can criticize it, but don't bring anyone personal into it. That's what I'm saying.
That's a good one for Miguel, man. Chelsea are a problem. Arsenal are not.
Eric Blue. Let's let Eric Blue get him. Go on.
Yeah,
it's Kai's fault for criticizing Mason Mount all the time.
Mason Mount.
Can't criticize Mason Mount all the time.
But I criticise Mason Mount, but he's not. All right, I can't really say Kai's not personal, but yeah, no.
It's not personal.
Go on, Eric.
I'm just. I want to talk about how good we played in terms of the way we were able to break down a team like, because it's different when a team like Burnley park the bus. When a team like Burnley park the bus, the quality of player is not that high, so it's not as difficult to break them down. But when a team like Juve, I know they're not the same team they were before, but when a team like Juve park the bus with the players they have, it's more impressive that we were able to break them down with the way we did, and we completely destroyed them. So that's one of the most impressive performances of the season for me. And just really happy. I think Callum was probably our best player, and he got his goal, which I was very happy about. And just a fantastic performance. Very, very, very pleased. But I still don't think we're playing at our best. I think we can still improve. So it's a lot of confidence for the next match. So.
No, I hear you, Eric Blue, and you make some fair points. I think it's just a step in the right direction again, and we are playing at a level which is. I don't think we've actually moulded. I don't think we're actually at the top of our game. I still think we're actually trying to get there, which is scary, right?
It's not that long ago, anyway. So
yeah, exactly. So I hear that. VJ, what are you saying, my guy?
First of all, absolutely happy to get my predictions wrong. I predicted a 1-0. I know.
Yeah, you're in the mud, mate. You were sitting there going, why are Chelsea going to score 3-4 goals? And we all said 3-0, 4-0, and you went, nah, it's not happening. It's not happening.
You know what? I kind of went by the history of Juventus. They did win against us in back in Italy. So I kind of went by that. Maybe. The way that I got the prediction wrong, I'm kind of happy with it because Chelsea at the end are winners. 4-0 is a very good scoreline. I love the way that Chelsea academy players are performing right now, starting from Reece James and Cho yesterday. So they've been phenomenal. Reece James is now at least my personal opinion, he's our new Roberto Carlos. The reason why I say that is because he's got so much of power in his shots. That is something like most of the strikers don't even have that sort of a power. The power that he's able to generate from, even if it is a cross or if it is a shot into the goal, the amount of power that he's able to generate in each of those shots is kind of scary. And maybe a lot of people have to learn from, even in Chelsea, have to learn from how Reece James is, managing to be in the right place at the right time and also ensuring that the shots are very powerful for any goalkeepers to save. So absolutely happy with the performance, and we move ahead. And Abs, like Abs said, I do agree with the fact that we have to win against Zenit, or else this particular result will not really matter. So let's hold our nerves for one more game and then end at the top of the league, which will probably get us an easy draw. Or even if it's a difficult draw, I think Chelsea will still manage to win that. So all good.
Yeah.
Happy days.
Yeah. No, I hear that. Dan, what you saying? We've got two Dans here, haven't we? Let's go to
Big
this
up
Dan.
everyone. Is
Dan, what you
everyone
saying?
good? I'm
You
here.
good, mate? Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch it yesterday because I was working. So
Oh right. So you don't? Did you watch
I'm
the
just here to
highlights?
support. Hey,
Did you watch the highlights?
no, I'm just here. I'll watch it later. I'm just here to support. To be honest,
I appreciate it, mate.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
you know me.
You're not my co-host and that. Come on.
Big up to Dan. So look, Shed and Shotters, guys. Go and follow Shed and Shotters. They've only just started their channel as well. They've got, is it your second or third stream soon? I'm saying you got going on.
Third tomorrow, 4:00. We're doing a review, preview for Manchester United, Chelsea.
Some guys randomly messaged me, a Man United fan, saying Joshua Kimmich is the best fullback in the world because I said Reece James is the best. Just quickly before Dan goes, Jem, I hate when we win convincingly and us fans come on and still criticise the players. It's kind of disgusting image. Imagine if the players watch the stream. JJ, to be honest, this whole stream we've all been positive. Not one person's been really negative about it. Thank you for the
to be
donation.
fair, Jim,
Yeah.
I don't think Redknapp was criticizing Rudiger.
No.
He was
No,
just
he
kind of
wasn't.
analyzing the situation that we were
trying
on.
to analyze
I don't think
it,
he
yeah.
was like specifically going
That's
on Rudiger.
that's one of the best comments I've heard all day.
That's why I don't criticise players because things like this happen.
No, but there's a difference between criticising and
You know what I mean?
evaluating.
You don't criticise your team when they bloody perform like that.
No,
That's not
it's very emotional to not do that.
No,
You got to
you
detach
can't.
yourself. You can
You
be
can't,
happy
no.
and critical.
Yeah.
No, you
right?
can't.
Of
You're-
the
you're-
observation.
you're-
Yes, you can.
you're
You're
want better
emotional.
from
Your
your
pass to go to Tottenham, please.
Nick, you could want better from your team. Like, I set high standards in my football club, right? So even though we're doing very well, there might be moments in the game where I could be like, well, you know what? In the first half, Pulisic didn't do much, but I expected him to do more. I want to see better from him. That ain't that now. That
Man
ain't saying
City,
because I think he's shit.
Man City's
I just
not
want to see
always
more
good,
from
are
him. Now, if Redknapp says Rudiger came out of position many times in that first half and left Thiago Silva vulnerable, which is what he says, it's not really a criticism. He's just analysing that situation, saying if they would have scored and Morata maybe would have scored at that moment, we might
It's
have
not the
not
right
been winning
thing.
4-1, 5-1. It might have been a different game. And he's right. It could have been a different game. We don't know. But at the end of the day, if he wants to like maybe highlight it, he can highlight it. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, it is what it is. But Dan, what are you saying?
Cobham, man. It was a great game. It was a great game.
Cobham, that's all he's got to say. Cobham, bro. Big up.
From the start, a lot of people saw these youth players as just pawns that you can sell off and get money for. Oh, is this a nursery? I heard that a lot. And Reece James, people don't have patience, especially when it comes to the youth players. They have patience for players that we sign, that we spend money on, but not for the youth players, right? We said Reece James has only played a right wing back for 15 games. Oh, it doesn't matter. He's not suited. He's not good enough to play in this role. We have to spend 80 million on this guy or Adama Traore. Like I was hearing guys like that. Disgusted. You know what I mean? I was disgusted when I was hearing this. And now you see what he's doing. He's going to be a world-class player. He always had always had this in him. And people never, don't even have patience for him.
Yeah.
He got there faster than I thought he was going to get there. I thought he was going to take him this season, and then by next season when he's 22, perfect. But he got there a lot faster. In 3 months, he's figured it out. He's figured out the entire role, right? And nobody gave him a chance to. And that's all I'm saying. Like, even, I would love for Rudiger to even sign. If he does it, Cole will, welcome back, man. Because you're having a great season in championship. I'm not signing any young player. De Ligt was getting spun around out there. I'm not spending 60 million.
No, I mean, Dan, you only have to look at Trevor. You only have to look at Trevor Chalobah and look how much of an impact he's had from just coming from Cobham. You know, it's
Did
right now,
Chalobah said about Rudiger last night?
Right now, all I have to say is this, because I'm just gonna talk about Cobham right now. Developing a player or bringing a player from the academy, not even from the academy, those who are on loan and performing well. We're thinking of a left back. Matson is having a great season right now. We're thinking of a center back. See what Cole is doing. You know what I mean? To me, that's a less risk and better rewards than going out and spending money on any player that's under 23. If he's not a world-class player right now in his prime, there's no point, in my personal opinion. Use these guys. Our academy, I told you, every team has periods in history when they develop of this level or cycles. When we had cycles, they got picked off. You know,
Yeah.
when you had Ray Wilkins, all these guys coming through, Manchester United picked them off. Arsenal picked them off. Right?
Yeah.
This is the second time this is coming around, and now we're of a status where they can pick them off. We can actually keep them.
100.
So I'm
But you know
saying,
what?
enjoy it, guys. And this is a
No,
title-winning season. This is what it feels
listen,
like.
we
Enjoy
have.
every game. Don't complain about this player. If we win 4-0, I kind of agree with Nick. Don't complain about anything.
Yeah,
Everyone
I
gets
think
it, we move on.
listen,
You
it
can do
wasn't.
what
It
you
wasn't.
want, but I
Yeah.
mean, just personally, I wouldn't.
Daniel,
Yeah.
he wasn't complaining though, bro. He was just
He wasn't
analyzing that
complaining.
specific like
I wouldn't.
incident.
Listen, let me say this. I don't work for Sky Sports. I don't get paid to analyze. If there's a need to analyze, we analyze. There's
Yeah,
no
but
need in this. We won
if he wants to,
4-0.
he has the right,
No,
man.
no,
It's a
he has
free
a
fucking
right,
stream, man.
100%. I don't think he doesn't. I'm not saying what Nick said that he can't say it. I'm just saying I wouldn't say it because there's no point.
Dan, you said you agreed with Nick, and that's what Nick was saying.
No, but do you know what? Look, can I just say
I
something?
agree with Nick in not complaining
Dan,
about it. Not
Dan,
complaining
I agree with
about
you. When we're
when we
winning, we
win.
should have been
I don't agree with
criticising
him saying
players.
he can have his own opinion. He can definitely
Yeah,
have his
so
own opinion.
no one was
Yeah.
really complaining. That I think that's
No,
the
it
main
wasn't.
point. No,
What he was saying was that if the Thiago Silva moment where he cleared it off the line went in the back of the net, it could have been a different game. Yes, we won, but we had a moment where we was only winning 1-0, and it could have been a different game. That was, and he's got a point.
He's right.
But
He's
there's
right.
nothing
I
wrong with
just
that.
wouldn't say it.
Yeah, but the
Fine,
problem
but
is
then everyone's different, aren't they?
That's
Like,
it. No, it's just preference. I never said he
No, but I
can't say
agree
what
with
he
you. Like,
wants.
listen, you saw me over Twitter. I hate it when we, especially on Twitter as well. I always relate to Twitter when we have a good game and everyone starts moaning about it, but really moaning about a certain individual and their performance. Now, sometimes it's a right time to do things. I get that and criticize, but there's criticizing and there's evaluating. I think he was
His
just
criticism
saying,
even is
yeah.
correct. He was right in what he was saying. All this is timing. We're 4-0. You know, we just won 4-0. It's great. Everything. Yeah, we don't need to. If you want to do it, I wouldn't have said what Nick said and gone as hard as he did because I think that was out of line. But I just wouldn't do it. That's just there's no point.
You got
But
some
you know
guy
what
coming for you about Werner, bro.
I don't know who that is.
No, but you know what he told them? The problem is that most football fans, even most Chelsea fans now, they care about what's it called. They care more about style than substance. So there were times where yesterday we got a bit lucky and had to make some last minute things. It wasn't pretty the whole game. Yeah, we played some very good football. Yeah, we cooked them, but it's not about that. Ultimately, whatever you say about football, when I watch other teams, I watch them to be entertained most of the time. When I watch my team, it's to get results and to win titles because that's my form of entertainment.
Yeah.
And people just want that. They want pure perfection. They want late 90s Brazil every game. You're not gonna get that, bro. We just have to do what we have to do to win games because ultimately, I know if you look at our overall performances from the eye test, visually we've not been amazing, and I can say that, and pretty much all of us can say that we've not been amazing every single game this season, but we've still got results, and that's a sign of a good team. So when we start playing some good football and playing better as a team, then we'll probably be scoring 5-6 past teams, and we'll still be winning games. So it's calm. It's a win-win, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, exactly what I'll just echo what Abs just said. Because I don't think we've played at our best. Maybe like 2-3 games this season, but when it starts happening, when we start like playing close, I mean, it's going to be scary for everybody else because if we start playing, maybe 9 out of 10, in the next matches, I think it's going to be difficult for everybody else. It's going to be it's already difficult, but it's people should be scared. People should be scared.
Not everyone play. If you look at what makes Man City and Liverpool really good is that consistency. They drop every week at least a 7. So if we maintain, because right now since the start of the season we've actually maintained that level of consistency.
Eric, haven't we been more consistent than both Liverpool and City this season?
Yeah, we have. That's what the table shows.
Here's the
But I'm
thing,
talking
man.
about in the last 3-4 years. They've like Man City went on an 18-game winning streak. If you look at all the games they've won, they went brilliant in all of them. I watched a game against Wolves. They nearly lost it, but they came out winning. You're just wondering how they did it. So
to be fair, I think we're getting there.
You know what? I don't think it's fair to go just 3 or 4 years. Like, look at us from the start of the 2000s. Yeah, we nobody even came close to us other than United. I think Chelsea fans need to put into consideration what happened the last 3 years. Right? We had Lampard, who wasn't the best. It was his first season. We had the transfer ban. We had our own issues going on, so I don't think it's fair. Like people are acting like Liverpool and City were just like dominating. People forget that Antonio Conte in his first season basically slapped both Pep Guardiola and Klopp.
Yeah, there's
So we
context
just
for
had
that.
3
That was
bad years, but
Guardiola's first
but
season, wasn't
you
it?
shouldn't just like put a microscope on those 3 years. Yeah, there's like kind of a bigger, like in this last 2 decades, we've been by far the best team, other than maybe you can argue Manchester United. Yeah, we had 3 bad years, but that doesn't mean that those teams are better than us. Those teams are not better than us.
Yeah.
And
No,
and
We
the whole
just
thing
had
about
3
the
like kind of slow years.
the whole thing about the win streak as well, the 18-game winning streak, it's not going to happen again. Let's be honest. It's only getting more difficult. Man City won't go on a run like they did before, and Liverpool won't
Yeah.
either. So
No.
I'm not really worried about that.
We're gonna, yeah, we've got Johnny here. We're going to go to Johnny next. Yeah, but before we do that, I think the one thing that we need to actually remember is that, especially this season, from what I've seen, we have two styles of winning games, and I don't think many teams have that option in what we have, because we can go and win a game like we did yesterday, where we slaughtered them 3-4-0. Probably could have got more goals, and they don't score, or we go 1-up. We control the game so much that we just win 1-0, and I still feel comfortable. And I think that is something that is so beneficial to, if you're going to be a champion, to be able to do both, not only rely on the one. Do you know what I mean? And to have both of them options is for me is a massive thing. And I think Tuchel has really done a great job. But Money, what you saying?
How we doing? How we doing, lads? Everyone all right?
Yeah,
Up the Chelsea.
you was at the game yesterday, weren't you?
Yeah, I was there. Yeah. Fucking great game to be at. That was a great game. Wonderful Champions League night. Smashing those Italian bums. Yeah. They were just low blocking us the whole time. Like, I'll be honest with you, I think that was one of the most complete performances I've seen for a while from Chelsea. Obviously, the back end of last season was, I don't think anyone can top that yet. But as you look at what we're trying to do this season and compete for the Premiership title, which we're going to win anyway, so everyone might as well just get that in their heads. But the Champions League, I think we'll go back to back with Champions League. The way we performed against a team that is renowned for just being defensive, and a very good defensive team, we annihilated them. Absolutely fucking annihilated them. Reece James, I don't give a shit. I've just been on a spate. He is world class. He's already world class. That kid.
Yes,
he's fucking different gravy.
21 as well.
He's 21, but what I'm saying is, like, they'll say, "Oh, Van Dijk's world class." Yeah, well, Van Dijk ain't world class. I'll tell you about a world class centre back. That's Thiago Silva. Yeah, that's world class. World class is someone as well who, if you look at them from a young age, you can tell if they've got the world-class minerals in them or not. And Reece James has got that. Thiago Silva's had that. And Van Dijk's waited to perform at a world-class level from the age of 27. But what about all the years before? Where was he? Do you know what I mean? So in context to that, I think Reece James is a wonderful, wonderful talent. He, especially in the first half, because we weren't that great up front, he was just levels, man. Like, he was clear. Like, when you look at him, what I think why he's so good is he's 2-footed. The way he just takes the ball, and you can't shove him off the ball. He's so strong. But then he's got a pass in him. He's got shot. Like, in the first half, he almost scored basically a carbon copy of the actual goal he scored in the second half. Yeah. All right. He can shoot with his right. He can shoot with his left. He can cross. He can defend. He can play right centre back, right wing back, right back, DM. I mean, there is no player.
He's a hybrid. That's what I said he is.
He's just unreal, man.
His name's the hybrid. That's what I call him now.
He's beyond that. He's just like I said, world class minerals. But from a perspective of when you watch us, every player knows their role. They know each other. Even if Tuchel tinkers it, everyone knows their role. Everyone knows what they've got to bring to the table, and he demands an absolute level,
Johnny,
from everyone. Do
you think Lukaku walks straight back into this team then?
No, I don't think he does. No.
No.
I'll be honest. You know, he could have brought him on. Who did he bring on? He
Come on,
brought
yes, he
Werner.
done.
Because
Werner
Werner
for
scored.
me, Werner offers you more movement up front. He moves, and I think what I've noticed with Tuchel and the way he likes to play football is, especially from last season, he loves fluidity up front. He loves pressing hard. He loves high ball recoveries. When you have Lukaku, you're a bit more restricted in that respect, and that's why I think he doesn't walk straight in. This is where Tuchel earns his money and he lands his minerals, knowing that Lukaku's £100 million signing. What does he do? Because right now we have a winning formula. It's working. We are not conceding goals. We are scoring goals, and our goals are not even coming from our attackers. They're coming from all our defenders.
Yeah,
it's like he's got the whole squad playing as a unit, as a team. Like
Johnny, I got a question for you quickly, mate.
Yeah.
Callum Hudson-Odoi bench Mason Mount now?
No, he hasn't benched Mason Mount. But what I will say is he's giving Pulisic and Werner a run for their money. 100%.
Well, wait a sec. Because Callum Hudson-Odoi is starting for me.
Why do you have
this season has started more games than what Mount has recently. And
but Mount, you got to understand this. Yeah, he's had a very start to the season. He's been in and out. He's had injuries. He's had his four wisdom teeth out. He's had COVID. He's had the vaccination. There's all these other factors, and that's disrupted his momentum. I've always said it. The negative with Mount is he's a momentum player, and if you take him out of his momentum, it does take him time to get back into it. I think from now on, from this point forward, I expect Mount now to bring the minerals every single game consistently at a high level, and I think he will. But he's too important.
If he doesn't, then there's other players that are at the moment,
Yeah,
isn't there?
but the thing is, I mean, we haven't had Lukaku, we haven't had Timo Werner, and we ain't struggling for goals, bro. And there are strikers.
27 goals since Lukaku's been out. You look at
that. Lukaku went through a seven-game drought. And everyone was worried and wetting their panties, because they thought, we got Kai Havertz up front, or we got Timo's not even in there. We haven't even got a recognised number 9, and yet we've scored the most amount of goals. We've conceded the least amount of goals, and when I watch us, it's like we're in control all the time.
Yeah, we are. That's the great thing. We're always in control, and that's why I said to you, we can win both.
We're going to win Champions League.
That's why I said to you, Johnny, we can win both ways. We can win like we did yesterday, or we can be winning 1-0 and still be in control. Do you see what I mean? Like we can win two different ways.
What did Tuchel say in his first interview for Chelsea?
He's going to make us a team that no one wants to play
against.
No one
wants to play against, and he's doing that at the moment.
Well, he's done that. He done that last season, in my opinion. He done that at the back end of the Champions League. No, Real Madrid didn't want us. No one wanted us.
No.
Man City didn't want us. They wanted Real Madrid, and I think he's already instilled that mentality into the whole squad. And they're still a young team, you know. And I would say, like, when you look at us this season, have we hit any level of form yet? And I say no. We haven't even really got out of first, second gear, in my opinion.
I think we're getting there.
We're getting there. We're getting there. In the sense, defensively, we're on fire. We're on absolute fire. But attacking-wise, in the first half, I was frustrated. We missed a lot of opportunities. And, you know, if you look at Liverpool and you look at Man City, over the last 4 or 5 years, they kill teams off, man. They get those chances, they kill them off. And we haven't had that. And we got away with it because our defense is so good.
But that's not, to me, that's not getting away with it. That's us having the best defense. That's something they didn't have. Recently, right, I went back and looked at those Real Madrid teams where even their center backs were making the team of the years and all that. These guys were conceding 72 goals every season. 68, 72, 54.
It's true. Yeah, that's
they were conceding a shitload of goals, but they were still given credit because their front line was scoring 170 goals, right? So if our back line is conceding 4 goals, you know what I mean, or 6 goals for the entire season, and they concede probably 12 for the whole season, which is a crazy number or something like that. If they do that, that's credit to them.
Yeah.
Right? Because if a defender can concede 72 goals and he's in the team of the year, which is crazy, but if they can do that, how can these guys? if they're not scoring as much as
Daniel,
other
I
guys
reckon we're
are
going to
scoring.
break the record. You know that?
Ooh, I don't think
The
so. I
15.
don't think so.
Yeah,
The record we already have.
I think we are.
I
I think
think
we'll
No.
break
I
it.
think we'll definitely level it. The way we're playing right now.
Maybe
I
we'll
mean,
level it. But I'm just curious about the Lukaku thing because Johnny, we're talking about Lukaku, and I
Yeah.
agree that he doesn't come back into the team straight away. But don't you think he can do? You know, the whole movement thing. I get
Yeah.
it, but I think at Inter he did that. So I
He
think
can do it. I think but at the beginning, I think the players probably they didn't know how to play with him. So the easiest way to do when you have a big guy up front is what? To launch the ball to him, to make him hold the ball and link up play. But I think Lukaku does more. He has more to his game.
He should
And
do
I
it,
think
and he needs
the way
to. He
we're
needs
playing
to
now,
do it. But the
yeah,
problem is,
it's really
and
good.
I'll say it
He's gonna have
time
to
and time
adapt.
again, he cannot
Yeah.
press like a Timo Werner or Kai Havertz.
But he can adapt. That's
He
what
can
I'm
adapt,
saying.
yeah.
I don't think he can. In the pressing game, I think you can try, but I just don't think that he's got the because of his age and the way he's built.
You think he's
to
just
press
built
like
like
that.
that?
I
don't think he
I
can.
saw Ziyech last season walking around the entire pitch, never pressing, losing the ball every time, and he's working hard. You can't tell me
Yeah.
that Lukaku, who always
Yeah, he
elevates
can
his
do.
game
Yeah.
and adds things to his game, can't press.
I'm quiet on him for now because we haven't seen enough
Maybe
of him
not the
in
level of
I
pressing
would
like
say.
a Pulisic
Yeah.
or
I don't know
Werner.
what level
He
those guys
can't
are
press
even
like the other
pressing.
guys. Is what
They're
I'm
good,
saying.
but
I'm
they're
not
not.
saying.
You know,
I'm
our
not
best
saying he
pressers.
can't press, Daniel. I'm just saying he cannot press at the level of Mason Mount, Cho, Timo Werner, Pulisic, and Kai Havertz. He can't
He
do it
doesn't
like
need
that.
to. If he plays with Cho and Mason Mount, they're gonna press hard for him. He's gonna press, and
No, but that's the
for
problem.
them.
You lose.
That's not a
You
problem
lose
if
that
he's gonna
third player
score.
in the
He's there to
press.
score, not
Yeah, but
press.
then you lose the third player in the press. You only
The
got
others
two
are there to
pressing like
press,
that.
and they're relying on the right back and left back to score for them, or wing back to
So
score for them. When he's in there, the pressure is on him to score, not just press.
yeah,
Right? So if he's
I,
less in excellent pressing, but he's excellent in scoring, that's what we need. As long as we don't play a 3-5-2 system that limits him and limits us, I think we'll be perfectly fine. Every time we
yeah,
haven't played that, our worst games came in a 3-5-2, and we keep getting stuck on that. Even the
I,
Aston Villa, like, come on, like we need to just move on past those games and understand that
But
when he has
the one
space,
thing Dan I would
when
say
we
is
have
that
more players up there, we're
yeah.
gonna be fine.
The one thing I would say is that he does need to fit in what's working right now, and that's something that we need to see. You know,
But you
and
can't teach an old dog new tricks.
well, no, but
I don't care
and
what
Jim,
player you are.
Johnny, I'm
and
still
Jim,
very
what?
reserved on it because we've got to give him that opportunity. We can't just say
Yeah, of course, you
he's
give
not
the
going to change
opportunity,
it. You know?
Jem. But
So,
what I'm saying to you is,
And
look
Jim,
what
right
what?
now, the
What?
way we're
one
playing,
second. Look
we're
what
playing
Tuchel's done
too
with
well.
certain players already. Think about it. Think about what he's
No,
done. I'm not
Jim,
saying
well, man.
Lukaku's going to do it, but I'm just
Jim,
saying
what
certain
I'd
players.
like to
One
disagree.
second, guys. One second. Certain players are having to play in certain ways that probably they don't want to do. Like, look at Ziyech. I don't think he likes to run around pressing, but he's being hounded to do that. I don't think that's his game. Do you know what I mean? So Tuchel demands players to play in a certain way. If you do not do that,
You're off. You're out
the
the team.
That's my point.
Yeah.
So he's going to have to.
Why didn't he bring him on then?
Because
I don't
he's
think he
back
should
from
be.
a
I mean,
bad
Werner
injury.
didn't come on against Leicester, did he? And then he came on. So I think it was about probably the right thing to do.
No, but Lukaku's he's been training more than flipping Timo.
No, he hasn't though.
He has, bruv.
He's
I
been
haven't heard
training on his
anything on
own.
Timo
He's
training.
been training on his own. He wasn't on the bench last week. If he didn't train more than Timo, why was he on the bench last week?
I don't know why he's not on the bench, but I've heard is that he's in contention for tonight's game and for the United game.
I think we are jumping into conclusions with respect to Lukaku very early. I'd like to say, first of all, we did not. I mean, it's not that Chelsea are always, in this mode where we are high pressing and then we're expecting our every single player who are playing in the attacking position to do the same. It's not the case every single time. With Lukaku, we've got a different system as well. It's just that the system has not been as successful as you would like it to be. But it is going to take some time, and we will get a successful system with that as well. And with respect to Lukaku, what I'd like to say is Lukaku doesn't have to press. That's not his game. He's got a different strength, which the other players do not.
Bro. That's the point.
Yeah, I'm saying he doesn't
He's there to
have
score goals, though. That's his job.
No, but my point is,
score,
in the Juve game,
so the thing
you
is,
see how
not
we had all that possession, bro.
Johnny,
But let
Johnny,
DJ land, bro.
Johnny,
all that possession, we ain't doing that with a
land.
Haaland or a fucking Lukaku. Any striker who doesn't press, you're not going to play how we played over these last 8 games.
No,
You're not
Johnny,
going to dominate games like that.
no,
Yes, you
Hey,
are.
it's
You dominated him
pretty.
before he went to a
Look, it's
3-5-2.
look, it's pretty clear that we play differently, right? When Lukaku plays, we play differently. Chances to create it are different. It almost becomes two different systems, right, at the front. And we've noticed that. And now the debate is, well, we look better without Lukaku. Does he walk in the team and we go revert to how we were before?
Yeah.
Right? That's the actual debate.
Yeah.
It's a big
It's actually
problem for
different.
Tuchel right now. It's a big problem.
No, it's a good problem.
It's
Let's
not a
be
big
serious. It's
problem.
not a bad
No,
problem.
no.
At first, listen, I heard it was just Havertz's movement and everything we needed in that forward role. Then Pulisic comes in and he scores in that forward role. Then Werner comes in and he scores in that forward role. None of them play the exact same. They all play
No, but
differently.
none of them are number nines, Daniel.
If he can get
And-
a number 9 to play
No,
in
but
that,
none of them
in
are
that
number
role,
nines.
And
doesn't
Johnny,
matter.
what does that tell
Johnny's
you?
right.
Not every single player is the same, right? That is exactly what you
No,
get
they're
out of
not
every
the
single
same.
player.
They're
They're
not
not
the
the same.
same.
No,
I
there is
say,
a
guys,
reason.
Johnny, JJ Bridge, big up to you. Says Johnny, we should sell Lukaku then since you hate him. Thanks for the donation, mate. Appreciate it. Had to
I
read it
don't
out.
hate Lukaku. I'm merely talking about how Tuchel plays in the system.
No, Johnny,
And everyone is clear to see when we play Lukaku, we don't play with this high possession percentage with Lukaku. It becomes a
Yes, we do,
semi-possession, a counter-attack.
What about
No,
the
Johnny,
Arsenal
that's
match?
not
you're talking
true.
about
That
the
is not
system.
But
true.
you're saying to me that Pulisic, Timo Werner, and Kai Havertz are doing all the same things. They're the same
No,
as
but they're all
Lukaku. They're
different.
not. They're all different
That's the
players. And
thing.
I'll
They're
tell
all
you what they
different.
do
I agree with
different
that. Yeah.
is they
they
offer
are
movement,
different, right?
pressing, agility, and skill.
Johnny, didn't we dominate against Arsenal?
Yeah, but Arsenal
Yeah, but
is
it's
shit,
different.
man.
Oh, anyone can dominate Arsenal.
They're rubbish.
Even
We
Brentford.
didn't dominate
No, but-
Liverpool before we
Yeah,
got the
Johnny,
red
We
card.
dominated Liverpool.
Well, we
to an
wasted a lot of
extent.
chances
Yeah,
in
we
front
did,
of goal against
yeah.
Liverpool.
Before we
Yeah,
got the
Johnny,
red
the-
card. Aston
But
Villa.
what are you guys trying to do? Hey, didn't we dominate Juventus? Well, like you're just gonna play the kid game. Hey, didn't we dominate this game? You guys understand we're playing.
We've dominated every
Different
game
system.
without Lukaku.
Compare what you guys have seen with Lukaku, the way we played. I also saw Lukaku get shut down too. I also saw Lukaku dominate, and I also saw him do nothing when it was simplified. A game was simplified and shut down. Right? I haven't seen that.
In what
this season,
game?
But I've seen.
What game was
We've
that?
seen Brentford game, Man City game.
He did nothing.
You know what I mean?
Brentford. None
Juventus
of them
game.
did anything. Brentford.
First of all, Man
know
City game, he was not able to do anything because no one actually put the ball to him.
Listen,
I think
Lukaku's
point. Hold on,
great against
Victor.
he's
You
great
answered your own
against the
question,
weaker
VJ.
sides, right? But when it comes to the big sides, like if he plays against United, he has to fucking score for me. He's got to
coming
score in the
back from
big
an
games.
injury and he has to score in his first game back.
No, if he's ready to, if he's fit
Werner
to
did.
play and he's a striker, I expect him to score. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
What if he comes
Yeah, he
off the
scored
bench?
a tapping in the
think he's ready.
96th minute.
He
No,
won't
I
start.
don't
Johnny,
care
the
how he
problem is
scores as long
we've
as he
got a
scores.
different.
No,
No,
that's
we've
the
got a
shit,
I don't
different.
care what goal
I
it
gotta
is.
stop.
Johnny, the problem is we've
This
got
is
a
negative
different.
energy into the club. You got to be positive.
Yeah, we don't need it.
Like, I don't understand why we have
Yeah.
to
I'm not being negative.
and picking at certain
I'm
players when we
saying,
don't
I'm
need
saying to you,
No, I
yeah,
have to be honest. You are, Johnny.
I expect
No.
from Lukaku at the age he's at in the form he's
I
been
agree.
in,
Really
all
agree.
right, that he should come into our side regardless and no problems. He should slot in, bruv. All right, but
Okay,
I'm
then he
saying
has
to
to
you
play-
right
he has to
now,
play to his strengths.
without Lukaku in the side, right now, how many goals have we scored? How dominant have
27
we been in
goals since
possession?
he's been
How
injured.
many of them have been by the center forward?
It's
No,
not,
It doesn't
no, it's
matter.
because the
It
system
does
is
matter.
how
changing.
you.
Sorry,
My point
Listen,
is how you play as a
We
team.
signed 100 million center
No,
forward.
but Daniel, when you
Look at how
put
they
Lukaku
play.
in, your main focal point is to feed Lukaku, is it or is it not?
Yes.
Right. Our focal point now is to play as a team, and anyone gets a goal.
All right, what was the
Exactly.
focal point when Lukaku gave Werner 2 clear-cut chances to actually score?
Yeah, but that's just something to
Against
suit your
Spurs.
argument about Werner,
When was
because Werner
when was the Lukaku-
doesn't
when was
always
the focus
he
when
misses
he-
a lot. Yeah,
when
but
he
my
gave
point
Werner an
is
assist against
Werner
Malmo?
came on yesterday, all right, and he scored a goal.
When was the focus when he gave Werner a goal against Malmo?
No, but what I'm saying to you is Werner's come into this side yesterday
Before he got
after
injured,
injury, and he
won
scored a
penalty
goal
before
already.
He got injured.
Like
Jim,
Werner's
didn't
done
he?
his job. He didn't even need to score that goal, and he scored a goal.
So
And it was a
Johnny,
beautiful
We aren't
ball by
playing. We
Reece
aren't playing
James.
the way to the way
Let's
Lukaku
not, let's
wants
not, let's
to
not
play.
attack
That's all.
Timo Werner, man. He ain't done anything. Leave Werner out, right?
Listen, my point is this:
Leave
if
Werner out.
once Lukaku starts scoring, right, I don't want to hear anything like people come back and say, "Oh, I just asked him to do this." No, you were extremely critical, and you said he couldn't do it. You said he
No.
couldn't play in our system and it wouldn't work.
Daniel,
when it
I
does
don't
work,
mind. Yeah, listen,
tell me
if
how
Lukaku
genius
comes in,
Tuchel is
bruv,
or
and he's
whatever
banging
it
in
is.
goals,
Johnny,
I'm loving
I
it,
want to hear
bruv.
that.
You know what I mean? I'm loving it. But right now, since before he got injured, he went 7 games without scoring a single
No, but
goal. And in
Johnny-
the big games, he went missing.
Johnny,
So
Johnny,
my
Johnny.
point
7
is,
minutes in
when
one
he
of those
comes
games, he
back,
played
if he
15 in
scores
the
goals,
other.
it's justified. He deserves to
And he
play.
played
Right,
20
let's
minutes
hear
in the
from
other
Dan.
game where he
Go
had
on, Dan.
an assist. This 7 games bullshit is pissing me off.
Yeah, but look at all
Wait,
of our
wait,
players
let me
now.
finish,
We're
Johnny,
scoring goals for
please.
fun.
Let him finish. Go on, Dan.
One of those games he played 7 minutes in. He came on in the Aston Villa game in the FA Cup. He scored one of the penalties that we won from. He played 7 minutes in that game. The other he played 20 minutes, which he won a penalty and he got an assist, and that was Mamo. The other he played 60, and the other he played 15. So it was really only 4 games that he
And
went
you seem
without
to be
actually scoring.
The point
One
is,
of which
he's
we had
a
a red
100
card.
million striker. He scores
People
goals,
Let me
Daniel.
finish talking,
Yeah,
Johnny,
yeah.
please.
He's meant to score goals, bro.
One of which we had a red card in. So I hear all you're saying, Johnny, and I hear the negativity about it. So when he does start scoring goals, don't come back and say
It's
Tuchel
not.
was
It's
a
not
genius
negativity.
and he
It's
figured it out
constructive
and
criticism.
whatever.
It's
Not
Daniel,
fair.
why
criticism
you-
Am I
because you
not?
said you
Am I
can't
not
do it.
fair to say that about Lukaku? Does
No,
everyone
it's
You
not
said
fair.
you
It's not fair
literally
because
said it's an old
Does
dog
everyone say
learning
that
new tricks.
Lukaku's
He
been
can't
the
do it. You
100
just
million
said that.
pound signing?
Wait,
when he's
wait.
wanted?
Let me
Don't take
go.
credit.
Tell me.
Let Jem
Let me
talk,
go.
man. It's his channel, man.
Let me go. I think
Tell me.
he has a valid point, but at the same time, I don't think it's criticism that we should be giving him now. Does that make sense? So even though that I think that he's a £97.5 million player. Yes, he should be scoring goals. He needs to. Is it too early to even be questioning that right now? Yes, because he has been injured for a month. If and when he comes back in this team, does he need to start scoring and performing? Yes. But we can't say anything until we see it, is what I'm trying to get at. So my thing is, you can have your reservations on it, which is cool. I agree. There are question marks. We are scoring goals without him. How does he fit in the team? Who's he going to play next to? Who's going to get the best out of him? And, who's he going to have chemistry with in many ways? But at the same time, I think we've just got to wait. It's just a waiting game.
Yeah, but Jeb, how long do you want to wait? A whole
This is not the
season?
discussion to have now. Is what I'm saying.
But Johnny,
Jeb,
he
You're
hasn't,
going to
he
wait a
hasn't
whole
been
season.
getting.
We're halfway through the season.
I'd
He
like
hasn't
to
been
add
getting
a
the.
season.
He hasn't been getting
I'd
the
like to
service.
add a
So
point.
why are you
Go on,
ignoring the
BJ.
fact
What I
that
mean,
he hasn't been getting service?
Yeah. So, Jace, one thing is that with respect to Lukaku, he's got a different style of play. I mean, like I've been telling this time and again, one thing is that other players press hard. Lukaku has a different style of play, and with him, there is a different combination in Chelsea. Okay, it's not. I know it's not been as successful as you would like it to be, but it is not going to be the case ever. And also, one more thing that I don't understand, Johnny, from your side is that just because he's a 100 million player, you expect him to score every game in and game out?
No,
First
I'm
thing,
not expecting him to score every game. But what I'm saying to you is,
no,
when
no,
you look at
let
last
me
season,
let me complete my question and then you can answer.
Yeah.
Let me
go on
complete
then.
my
Fair
question.
enough.
Yeah. So my problem is not just with you, Johnny. Here, the problem is with the entire most of the fan base, right? Just because you have a financial value attached to a player, this 100 million is not something that you played for you paid for Lukaku. You paid to Inter Milan to release Lukaku so that you can get him to play. You're still paying him for 250 or 240,000 euros per week. That's a salary.
320.
Right? Yeah, whatever that is, right?
Wait, I don't want to.
And most of the defenders in Real Madrid get more salary than him. All right, I'm not comparing wage structures here, but without ignore all the wage structure and stuffs. With respect to Lukaku, yeah, he is the highest paid player in Chelsea, but at the same time, it's not that just because you pay 220,000 euros, he's expected to score, and your expectation is always like you have to score in the first game, the second game, or else you're not fit. That 100 million should not be a point of concern, is what I'm trying to say.
Well,
because
it
that
does
is something
become
that you paid.
it
that
does
is
become
something
a
that
point
you-
of concern, and I'll
Okay,
tell you
Johnny,
why it
answer
becomes
it in
a
a
point of
second,
concern.
but 2 seconds. Some
Yeah.
news has just come in, and it's not good news. Really not good news. If
Chile.
this is true. Chilwell could be missing the rest of the season due to fears of an
No.
ACL injury,
Oh,
which is a problem.
fucking hell.
Needed a wing back now.
You
We're in
see,
trouble
when
now.
I
Got Alonso to start. People were
Alonso.
getting like this. People were
He's
getting
gonna have
like
to play Aspie as
I
well on the
said-
left.
Saying
said
Alonso,
Alonso to
man,
start.
no. But
I
this
said
is what I'm
Alonso
saying
to
to you. The system needs these two players. They're the most important players in this system.
I
It's
did a
ridiculous.
prediction
That's what
for
said.
Alonso to
Overplayed.
start against
Juve.
Juve. I did a prediction for Alonso to start against Juve, and people were
Fucking
I hope
hell,
this
that's
ain't true.
terrible news. That is
No,
I really hope
terrible.
that. Well, Matt Law said it as well. So it's not
He's
confirmed
a
yet. But
fucking-
there's amid fears that it's an ACL. If it's an ACL injury, he's out for the whole season.
and
he
that's
won't
going to
come back
take him
the same
ages to
well.
get back as well.
He's so
Yeah.
unlucky, isn't he? He really is unlucky. This guy. He's been in bad form as well, and he's
So
injured.
was
again.
it
He's
was
the
it a
best
mistake to
He's the best left back in the Prem, man.
was it a mistake to start him against Juve? I think it
No.
was.
No, hindsight, yeah, but no, it wasn't.
Not
Because
really.
we
We
had
needed
to win
him.
that game.
We needed
No,
him.
no
He
one
was
said that.
playing.
Everyone wanted
It
him
was
to
a bad
start.
tackle.
Everyone wanted him to start.
It wasn't
It's
a
a big
tackle.
game.
I think
I
he went
didn't.
for the ball.
I didn't
He
want
I
to
just
just
see
can't
landed
believe we're going to have
over the
Alonso.
Yeah,
I mean,
playing
They're going to have
positionally,
to buy someone in January now.
positionally he
That's
was
why I
supposed
left
to.
wing back.
Positionally, he
Get
was
someone in
supposed to
January.
mark Cuadrado, right? I mean, who else?
Nah,
Who
but
better can you have?
there's no one we can really buy. Either cancel one of the loans that you have, either Emerson or Matson. Cancel one of their loans.
Yeah, Emerson.
No, Bex, that ain't going to be the same, man. You can't. It's
No.
what Chilwell
I'll
and,
give Max some.
Reece James have in terms of playing that role. You have to be, and I keep saying it. You have to be able to do it all. Be
Do
able
you know
to
what,
defend,
Jim?
be able to go forward,
trust
be able to
Tuchel.
create, be able to
I
score,
trust
be
him.
able to
Tuchel
get.
probably knows.
You got there's so
Yeah,
much.
he will.
To
He'll
this,
sort
I
it
just
out.
saying there's so much to that position that makes this system tick. That them them wing backs that we've got playing at the moment are important. It gets the system ticking. Now we've got James on one side. That's cool. We're going to be heavily reliant on that one side now because Alonso, as good as he might be in the box or getting forward, he's not going to be able. He's not going to have the recovery pace to always get back and help Rudiger.
Well, he can't play every game, Jim, either.
Yeah. So now I think what we're gonna notice now, Rudiger won't be bombing forward as much as he does
That's the
now.
problem. This is a bigger problem than anything. I'm telling you, this is a problem.
Do you know what, Jem? I'll be honest. I trust Tuchel though. If whoever he brings back from a loan, or if he does buy someone,
Alonso's playing, mate.
We're going to have to get someone in. We can't have just Alonso and Aspie playing. It can't be, man.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
That could hurt us badly in every competition.
We're just going to be heavily reliant on Reece James, and everything's just going to come down the right. That's what's going to end up happening. I'm telling you.
It's a big blow. It's a big blow. It's bad.
That's bad.
Well, it was a great day.
Yeah,
I mean, we were shouting and buzzing and happy and and whatever, and then we get news like this. Yeah, I mean, it's just typical.
I knew it was bad. I think I did.
What
think
about?
it would be bad.
Is this if this was Kante? I think this would have been even worse.
I don't think it is. I think this is worse.
Do you think?
Kante,
Yeah, I agree with Jim. I think this
massively.
Good degree.
Massively. I don't think you understand how this system relies on your wing backs. These wing backs.
By now we've gotten used to playing with Kante just playing once a week, but we've not done the same with Chilwell. With Chilwell, we're expecting him to play every single game because you know how Alonso is.
I think it is with Kante. If Kante gets injured, you miss him massively as an individual. But because Chilwell's injured, you only miss him as an individual, but you miss him as an integral part
Since
of the system.
Chilwell
We
and
haven't got any
James have
backup
come
there.
back in the side, we've played a whole level of football, a different level.
Val from the academy. Good shout. Get him in.
Maybe.
He'll have to get someone.
Anyway, I don't even want to look at it anymore. It's dead-minded.
I just wanted to say something about not to bring it back, but the whole thing with Lukaku. I just wanted to say this. Johnny doesn't seem to think about the fact that we're barely creating chances for Lukaku. He needs people to create chances for him. So I don't know why you just criticize a player without.
Right,
he was scoring half
then.
chances.
How come we've created a shitload of chances without Lukaku, but yet when he's in the scene, we're not creating chances?
That's the team in general. But what strikers have scored since Lukaku? No, but since Lukaku got injured, who in that striker position has been scoring a lot of goals?
No, I think it's the style of play.
It's the team. The team scores goals.
No, but it's because of the way we play that the team scores goals.
So you're saying the way we play isn't suitable to a striker scoring goals? Then
Exactly.
I don't think
we changed the way we play with
think
Lukaku.
it suits like a.
Okay, so then it's not his fault then. If you want him to suit the way we play,
we're not saying it's his fault.
Okay, so if you want him to suit the way we play, then you want him to not try and score. You want him to try and
listen. The debate is that we actually play different, right? Now whether they're both good and let's just say, for argument's sake, right, they're different, right? But we're not going to say the debate is which one do we prefer, right? Which one's doing better? Because first you have to notice that there is a difference. We're arguing for silly things, right? You have to first accept that they are different. The way when we play Lukaku and then when we were without, we are adjusting to him, right?
When we
now,
play Lukaku with
we've had a string of games. Yeah, but we had a string of games with Lukaku. Now we've had a string of games without Lukaku. Now compare the both.
Hold on,
guys.
We need to play the players that are in form around him as well.
Wasn't there either, right? Are we saying we don't need Kovacic?
And
In
we
those
also
clean up
played.
games,
Yeah.
Kovacic didn't play either. Are we saying we don't need Kovacic? Is his system better without him as well?
No, we need Kovacic.
Okay, we know that.
And
No,
we
no,
also
but you
did a
can make
3-5-2.
we're not changing the
Most
way.
of this,
When Kovacic
entire
plays,
run,
we don't
except for
change the
this
way.
last game, Werner wasn't there either.
Yeah, that's true. That's very
So
true.
it's like we can make these statements that want to suit us, but it doesn't. Like
What Werner offers you, other than
string of
goals,
games, Daniel.
is
Listen,
so much
that's
more
cool,
in the
but
terms of the
you've
system
lost
and how we play.
our current system.
agree with
Use
that.
our
I
wing
agree with
backs
that
to
as well.
score goals, right? We just lost
Yeah.
one of our goal threats, probably for the whole season. So what happens? How do you replace that?
He's gonna have to
No,
buy. He's gonna have
we
to
only
bring a
have
youth
Alonso.
player or buy someone.
You think a youth player is gonna score the goals?
I don't know if they'll score goals, but as long listen, it's proven. Yeah, Tuchel took Chalobah. All right, he's taken Trev and turned him into this unbelievable player. Why can't he do that with another academy prospect that can play left wing back and just do what he says?
We always find a way to actually have a debate and criticise.
Tuchel says, if you listen to Tuchel, he says, "My job is to solve problems, to find solutions to problems." And now he's got a serious problem with Chilwell. Now he'll find a solution. I trust the gaffer.
Yeah.
He will.
What
do
if Saul plays there and
What
kind of
I'm
rips it
saying
up?
is, guys, he should also find the solution to
For
his
Lukaku.
90 million striker.
Exactly. And
Yeah, but this is the
will.
problem I've
I
said
think he
all
will.
season. I've been saying it's a problem for Tuchel because that is to have £100 million striker. You can say, oh, it's don't put price into it. But at the end of the day, he's £100 million striker. You can't have him seen on the bench. The ball ain't going to have it. So he's got to find a way to make it work. And that's Chelsea. That's the way Chelsea run, whether you like it or not. Whether that's Haaland, Lewandowski, Harry Kane, if they're sitting on the bench because they don't suit the system, the board are going to ask questions. They're going to say, make it work, like they do with the rest of the squad.
But Johnny, you make it seem
Johnny, you're 100% right, but it's not Lukaku's fault.
You make it seem
I'm
as
not
if
blaming Lukaku, but what I'm saying to you
it seems
is,
like you are. You're saying he has to come in and
Lukaku
fit,
needs to
but that's not.
he still needs to find a way to bring his minerals back, man. Because his minerals ain't there.
His minerals are there. We need to find a way to suit him. We know he can score goals.
I'm not going to
was
listen.
Lukaku?
Am I going to
Who signed
disrupt my
Lukaku?
whole team that's scoring free willy, right, winning games, not conceding, for one player, and then risk dropping points? I don't know.
Who signed
Yes, because we
Lukaku?
weren't conceding.
That's Tuchel's call.
Hold on,
That's what
can
he
I
gets
say
paid
this,
the money
Johnny?
for. Not
Were we
me.
conceding goals with Lukaku on the team?
We weren't.
No.
But isn't Lukaku Tuchel
Yeah,
signing?
but were we
Didn't Tuchel
sooring
want him?
goals? No.
We were scoring goals.
I
Apart
believe-
from the Brentford.
Not like we are now.
Hold on. Apart from the Brentford game, it's a similar rate of goals.
Daniel, who's
Is it
signing
not?
was Lukaku?
We've scored more goals.
Run through the games.
our
Apart
side
from the
right
Brentford game, the anomaly.
And
Because
that's
when
clear
you're
as
doing
day.
stats, you take out the anomalies, right?
Yeah, but do we
Brentford was an
dominate
anomaly,
games?
because we're not
Do we
scoring
dominate
70.
games? I don't think we do.
What is the score in all those? Look at our possession in all those games. It's the same. It's the same thing.
You
We're just
sound as
talking
if
about our
you
attack.
sound as if Lukaku is a club signing, and Tuchel didn't want him.
No, he is a club signing. Yeah, he is.
Tuchel came out and said he wanted him.
Oh, did he?
Or is he lying? Should we not believe him now?
Well, what
If
else
he's
is he
lying-
going to say? What's
if
he
he's
gonna say
lying,
to
should we
the
not believe
press?
anything
Oh, I
he
didn't
says
want
then?
Lukaku. Come on.
Should we not believe anything he says then?
No, it's not. But you got to understand, Jeff. If the board have always bought players, have they or have they not? They buy who they want, who they think's great in the market, and they say to the manager, "Make it work." And that is Tuchel knows that.
Listen, they
right?
wouldn't spend
Did
100
Tuchel
million
want
on
Saul?
Lukaku
No, he
on a
didn't.
27-year-old
Did
or
he want Lukaku?
28-year-old
I don't think he really did.
If Tuchel didn't want him.
Yeah,
Why
but
would
the club bought a striker. They needed a striker,
hold on.
didn't they?
If he told the board, "Yo, I can win. I can play great and win without a striker. You don't need these guys here. These false nine. I can play Pulisic, Havertz, or Werner there." The board would say, "Of course." Why would they want to spend 100 million? You think that they just want to spend money? You think the board just wants to spend? No, they don't. He said yes. He said
They didn't spend the money. They sold players to buy him because
They
it was
did,
they
yeah,
were
they did
they
do
were
that.
obviously
They
very
still spent
cautious
the
on
money.
that.
They would have kept that profit. Why would they want to just give that profit away? You think 100 million is just something they want to give away?
We weren't scoring goals. So what do? You go and buy a striker out of all the top 5 strikers
But what I'm saying
in world
is, why would they
football,
give up 100
Lukaku's
million
number 5,
a record?
and they went and bought the only one that they could get.
Why would
It
they
doesn't
give up?
mean
He's
Tuchel
not number
wanted
5.
him.
But why would they give up a record for a striker that Tuchel didn't want?
Well, 100 million in comparison to all the other strikers you're talking about is small change, isn't it?
No, it's not. It's never small change.
What, Harry Kane's less than 100 million? No, he's not.
He is, because
Haaland
he's
less
not
than
gone
100
anywhere.
million? No, he's not.
He is
And they
because
were
he's
the
not
other
going
two on
anywhere.
the list.
He's not worth more than
Guys,
100 million. No one will buy him for that. But
sorry,
anyway,
sorry to cut you anyway, because I have got to shoot anyway. It's over 2 hours stream, big stream, great result. I'm fortunate on Tuchel. Let's just hope and pray that when he does get these scans today or the reports back, that it's not 6 to 9
Hopefully
months.
it's not
Which
an
is what they're saying
ACL,
it is
man.
as well.
Fucking
Hopefully,
hell.
as long as it ain't an ACL. If it's not an ACL, then he could be out for a month or two. He could be back quicker than that. He actually said, because Tuchel said after the game, he said. He came off of a bit of a pain, but then when he was sitting next to us, he then said he was all right. So I don't know. We'll have to
Look,
see
Jim,
what happens.
I've done that injury 3 times. Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
feel it when you walk
there you
off.
go. That worries me then. So let's just see what happens. Statistics prove that we scored more goals without Lukaku and Werner. Anyway, we move. But guys, smash the like button, subscribe if you're new to GNA TV. We're 10 away from 3.2 subscribers. So before you leave, if you are new here, hit that subscribe button, please. Hit it before you leave. Try and get us to 3.2 on this one. I'll be back tomorrow because we have got Thursday tomorrow? Prem show. Yeah, we've got the Prem show. And big up to everyone here. Johnny, Dan, VJ, Rodrigo, Declare, Dan, Eric. Big up to all you guys, man. What is that noise? I'll talk to you in a bit.
Yeah.